Hey, my phone tells me that we're streaming. Did you guys know?
No.
How did I get here?
No, Dorothy.
All my phone does is call people from long distances.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Ardenfell, Winter's Candle. We did not have a session last week. I was stricken with oh shoot, so much has happened. I don't even remember. I know I was not good. I was not. Thank you. Yes, I assumed that was what it was, but I also then drove down to El Paso the next night, and it was just a busy time for me. But I apologize for being there last week, but we're here this week, and we'll make up for it.
Boy, are we pissed.
Yeah. So continuing the battle. No, would anyone like to recap last session?
Since there are so many kind offers in the audience, I can give it a try.
Sure.
Yay!
So, pretty much, we talked with Kip and discussed all of the things, and then all of us realized that we had not eaten yet, so then some of us went to the kitchen to make food, while other people went to the general store to go get clothing for the opera that night. And while there, Ashu talked with Tally, discussed a whole bunch of things, and they both had an agreement to basically have Ashu be a little linguistics teacher, so to speak. Or something along those lines. To teach Tally how to read and write Celestial, of all things. People came back, except for Ashu, because Ashu stayed behind to teach. People ate, got dressed, weird conversations. And then everyone gathered together to go to an opera. The opera was all nice, fine, and dandy, and even Arthur was totally ecstatic by the fact that he could understand all of it because people were selling tongues. The spell,
the
not
spell.
an actual tongue.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
okay.
making that clear. Although, it's a fancy opera, you never know. And then, as the second act was about to begin, sort of the intermission time, we talked with our, how would you say it, person we were just going to meet, the man who is a part of the Harpers. His name was Mert. And there was discussions about, but everyone was generally not too keen on his proposition of being a Harper. So we told him we'd call him back, basically. We all went back to our seats. The show was about to begin, and then a big old orc woman who looked suspiciously a little bit like Dolma came up and was like, that's not how you kiss, honey. Let me show you how a real woman kisses. And smacked the lips with the male actor, which we learned later he probably very much enjoyed being roughhoused. This woman was dragged off the stage by the security, and Dolma was unbelievably upset and scooted away to talk with this orc woman in private-ish, with guard security a little bit of a distance away. And Orit sneaked by Tyburn, who was acting as a gatekeeper to the outside. He snuck and heard a little bit of the conversation. Oh, I should also mention, Tyburn was distracted by Kai kissing her.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
For probably a good 10 minutes. Like, they were probably statues.
That's worse.
They just stood there in complete
There was no
silence.
movement. Yeah.
There was no movement. No eye blinks. The rest of
Just
the
like
opera
kissy noises.
Not even that.
Not
even that.
Just a staring contest while lips touch. That's a Cards Against Humanity card.
And Arthur was just sitting there wondering what the flip all was happening. The opera was called off. The orc woman was sent away to jail for the night, possibly to do some reconnaissance. And people went back home. All was well. Supposedly, we heard a little bit of weird music stoppy last night, but that's fine. Until the morning, when Dolma was like, time to wake up and get started on the day. Oops, I almost tripped on this weird bag that's outside of my door. I wonder who left that there. Oh, there's a journal on the table. I wonder who left that there. Fulma, twin brother. What? And that's where we left off.
Yay!
Yeah.
Well done. Very well done. The only thing I would add was Ashu made a point to get his ticket refunded.
Oh,
And then-
yes.
Took all
Her
that
ticket.
money that he got and gave it to the needy. Her ticket, sorry, thank you. And then she got all the money and gave it to the needy, like you might do if you were a harper or something.
Well, it was Ashu and Kai because they were both in on the scheme. So they both got their tickets refunded. And then Ashu gave it to the church and they were like, "Oh, blessings, bless you." And Ashu was like, "Yes, blessings to you too, good woman." Goes to walk out of the church. Thunder, crackle, lightning.
Yeah.
Like a
Nice.
boss.
Very nicely done. You
I'm-
already have inspiration, but
I do.
I'm also going to add something to, so, in the evening, when we're getting ready for bed, we end up getting back at the inn at about, like, midnight, right?
About, yeah.
more or
Yeah.
less, yeah.
So that's way past Arthur's bedtime. So he goes, has a quick bath, and then goes to get ready for sleep. So we were talking about how medieval pasties would work. We're not entirely sure.
Well, maybe they came off while he was taking a bath.
Wow,
Maybe
this conversation
probably
took a
honey.
turn.
To be
So-
fully
Conversation
honest,
definitely took a
it's
turn.
Yeah,
honey.
probably honey.
Honey?
All right.
Yeah.
Yep, that makes sense.
If it's that sticky, then it's no problem. But if it was like sticky like tree sap or something like that,
No, it still
then-
has to come off.
Yeah. If it was like duct tape, you would hear a single scream, and then if you see him in the morning, you will see he still has one pasty on and a bald patch.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's
here-
probably honey, and it probably came off.
Let's do this
Probably, yeah.
because honey, the medieval spirit gum.
I mean, yeah.
Why don't you roll me a d20 and choose high or low?
Let's go low.
Let's do this.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Woo!
Your nips are safe. In fact,
I love
they're
that.
probably, They're probably very soft and moisturized. I mean, doesn't
Okay.
honey have like healing properties for skin?
I don't
Yeah.
know. A lot of products claim that.
All right,
Honey does a lot for the body.
it does. Honey's amazing for bee vomit. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right,
Glass dies.
we're going to start this session. Again, well done, thank you. Especially since it's been 2 weeks, that was lovely.
I didn't even
Um,
watch it. Like,
I-
I just remember that.
I am very impressed. So I am starting the session off, Elora. I'm going to make this note public for everyone, but I would like, well, it doesn't have to be Elora, but I'd like someone to read the entries. Elora, this is the journal, the entries. Well, this is not all the entries. I have given you the cliff notes, but it is probably important that you have them and go over them.
Yeah, since Dolma's gonna be the one who's reading them, it makes sense that I would. So sure, throw them at me.
They are shared with everyone.
Cool. Fulma's journal. Oh god. Okay. Okay. Hang on, just let me get my have a reading voice then. Okay. Entry 1. Dolma and I stood outside today while Ty spoke with that group again. I again stressed how much I did not trust them. They practice dark magic. Ty can take care of herself, but it is best not to meddle with such blasphemy. Dolma just laughed and teased me about being too concerned for Ty. It's not like that. Entry 2. We met a shy but adorable high elf as we left for Averton today. Her name is Hewlett. She seems very sweet. She discussed my devotion to Serenray for hours. Maybe she wants to be a cleric too. Possibly not, or probably not, but she is fun to talk to and makes me forget about Ty for a while. Excuse me? What?
Wow.
Okay, sure, whatever. Entry 3, she's dead, killed by acid. There was nothing I could do. I tried to heal her, held her in my arms. Oh, Dolma, she is dead and I don't know what to do. You were always so much stronger than me. I wish I could tell you how much I hurt. We arrived in Averton today, or Entry 4. We arrived in Averton today and gave the sad news to Hewlett's friend, Darian. I almost held back tears. Almost. There is a church to Serenray nearby. I will go pray for guidance tonight. Dolma, Ty will drink together anyway. Better not to drag them down like usual. Entry 5. She lied to me. Hewlett lied. I held her in my arms, tried to save her, and it was all a fucking lie. Language. There's so much to talk about. So many new friends I have made, like the tiefling and the 2 drow elves, and all I can do is scream inside at the betrayal by this Norith. Entry 6. We went to an opera to meet some Harper agent. It's not important. What is important is that Mother crashed the whole opera in a drunken stupor. You should have seen how Dolma screamed at her while I stood by her trying not to laugh. Mother is just trying to save Father. I don't think Dolma knows yet. I've told them both that it is not fair to hide this from her, but I've sworn not to tell her. Still, she needs to know. She deserves to know what the fuck is happening. Perhaps I will ask Dolma to take a walk with me tonight, just the 2 of us. That way I can tell her about our parents, about how Ty makes me feel about Maurice, all of it. What the fuck is happening?
What is going on?
Dolma held. What's her name?
What the fuck is happening? Okay, sure. Fantastic.
Kinsey, do you remember what you and I talked about last session?
That for some reason I'm okay with this? Is that what the one you're referencing?
No. The when I pulled you into the secret room and told you about that night. Let me pull you into the secret room 1 second. 1 second.
Goodbye.
Uno momento, por favor.
Okay, well, they're gone. Let's do some hashtag theories. What do you guys think?
Oh my god, someone's trying to steal Dolma's life. What is happening right now? What the hell? Oh my
You just have a weird split personality disorder. I think that is my
So she's chosen to be her own twin brother, whose name is Fulma? I think.
Hey, you know what? You can't choose who you switch.
You can't choose your family and you can't choose your other personalities. It's just not how it works.
You can't choose your switch?
What?
You can't choose your switch.
Oh my god.
Does that mean Ty knows that Dolma has some kind of weird split personality and Ty's just like, yeah, Fulma, cool.
Oh my god.
Anyway, can I talk to Dolma again?
Did Dolma start Fight Club?
Oh my god!
You tell me!
With that revelation, I'm gonna use the bathroom. Goodbye.
This is bananas. Oh my god.
So it's not like those are the only entries in there, but those are the most important ones as you
Those are the important ones. All of them are making her lose her mind. All of these are making me lose my mind.
Ty's asleep still.
Yep. Also, I apologize if there's thunder in the background. We're getting thunder in the background.
Spooky.
I was going to explain how rain works. Like, you guys don't know.
You see,
this
when
thing?
really heavy rain falls down and big things go clap, then
Wind tends to
sparky
tear
things happen.
electrons off the bottom of clouds, causing lightning and thunder.
See, you were just in GM mode, so you were trying to GM to your big dumb baby players about how lightning works.
Anna appears.
So, yeah, Dolma, the ball's in your court. What do you do as you read over this? Ty's still asleep. You're, roll me a Constitution saving throw. I don't remember if you did or not, but go ahead and roll me one. I want to see how well off you are the morning after.
Oh god.
Okay, you're
That's
fine.
over her
Wow.
real fucking quick.
Yeah,
Oh
like
my God.
yeah, reading the journal, it started off with like a, and by the end of it, you're like, what?
Like wide awake, migraine is gone. Her head, like she's dissociating so hard that she doesn't even feel a buzz anymore.
There is 2 more entries in there that I had forgotten to add, but I should note as you would find them interesting. After the fight with the Hellhounds in the tavern, Fulma healed Tyburn and also healed Tally. I mean, the Crimson Tiger, certainly not Tally.
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
Let me repost this picture.
I think I cracked something.
Oh god.
Your body?
What's in your neck?
I think the Crimson Fist is dead.
What?
What?
Fulma.
And then there's thunder in the background. Well done, Pip.
Thank you.
You did it. You see, even if that wasn't it, that's it now. I mean, the thunder's spoken.
Shit.
I had him written up as alive, but no, crossing this off.
Dolma, what do you do after you read the diary?
I'm guessing there's like a chair at the table.
There is, and there is the pack as well that you have not gone through.
Yeah. She's just sitting in this chair at the table, and for like a couple of solid minutes, she just sits there, like head in her hand, like rereading those last couple of lines, just like, what the fuck is happening? What the actual fuck is happening? And then finally, her head snaps to the bag. She gets up, practically like clatters the fucking chair to the floor and starts ripping it open, just like, what the fuck is in here?
Inside, you find 3 potions of healing, a prayer book to Sarenrae, a holy symbol for Sarenrae, a metal mace, and then travel rations, a rope of 50 feet in length, and several other things that you would normally find, like water skins and the like.
Mm-hmm. So just like normal adventuring bullshit. There's nothing like personal, like clothing or anything like that.
Correct.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Awesome. Fantastic. She's losing her mind. I'm losing my mind. No idea what's going on. Once she's gotten through this, and by the way, this is not quiet work. She's like tossing things out. The mace probably like clattered against the wall. She's like muttering to herself. So like
Ty's awake.
Ty's awake, and she's seeing Dolma like tear into this bag that she's hope never seen.
At the bottom of the bag,
Mm-hmm.
Dolma, you find something wrapped in dark cloth, very carefully. It looks as if it's wrapped as like a present or a gift. And on it is a small note in the same handwriting as the journal that says, "For my sister."
Okay. Sure. Yeah, Dolma's just like sitting there, like on her knees over the bag, like, and she's just got this package in her hand staring at it. As Taburn, like, wakes up.
Yeah, I think for most of this, Ty is just like trying to put like pillow over ears and is trying to drown it out, and then finally it's just like, Dolma, go back to bed, please.
Ty.
It's too early. Go back to bed.
Ty.
What?
She takes the fucking bag that's just been emptied, half turns to her and like holds it up in front of Ty's face. Whose bag is this?
Ty would like kind of half sits up and just blinks at the bag and goes, I don't know, isn't it yours?
No, and it's not yours.
Wait, I need to double check something.
You mean double check something with me?
Yeah, I was just gonna DM you.
Oh, yeah, sure. No, you can't stab a shoe.
Jesus Christ!
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, wow. Ty
from 1 to
just
10.
shoots through walls as it stabs a shoe and then appears back in the bed.
Sorry, I just had to get that out of my system, man.
I understand being groggy as hell when you wake up, but jeez.
Despite popular beliefs, a shoe is not the monster underneath your bed.
Ty is.
Ty
Oh God.
Ty is.
Ty just kind of looks like, I don't know, maybe someone threw it in here and it's like one of the other people's in the groups. I don't know.
She holds up the package with the writing on it.
Yeah?
This is for me.
What does it say?
To my sister. I don't have siblings, Ty.
Maybe it's Kai's. Kai mentioned having a brother.
Dolma stands up, goes over to the table, picks up the journal, and this is just in common, right?
Probably.
Correct. Also, Ty, roll me a perception check.
Do.
You can do it.
That's not how you roll, is it?
Nope.
That's how I put a 12 in chat.
Well done.
Oh, there it is. Oh no!
I'm
Sleep.
so tired. As soon as Dolma walks away, her eyes just start sliding closed again.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, Dolma goes back to the table, grabs the book, and just slaps it down on the bed in front of Ty's face.
Ty wakes up again.
She points to the entry. She points to. Oh God, what entry? She just points to the last page, essentially.
She's like tapping things.
Yeah. Dolma, I can't read it if your finger's on there. Look! But yeah.
Did you write this while drunk?
Why the fuck would I write about someone who doesn't...
I don't know. Are you writing a play?
No! I don't write things. I just perform them. And she just, like, takes the fucking book and just frisbees it against the wall. And she's just like, I don't know
I wasn't done reading!
This is just... I don't know what's going on, but whatever's happening, if this is some kind of bullshit prank, I am going to eviscerate them.
What else did the journal say?
It's everything. Apparently, this Fulma person is the one that healed Hewlett, or tried to, the one who's been going around and traveling with us. They know about your employers.
But what? Like,
yes.
This is starting to wake her up. It's just like, what are you? But we haven't been with anyone.
I am painfully aware, Ty, and she just like squats down next to the bed, like rests her elbows against the mattress and just rests her face in her hands. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, I didn't do this. I will say that much.
Believe me, I would know if it was you. That's not your handwriting. That's too nice to be your handwriting.
Rude. Fair, but rude.
Just raises a breath, like, really?
Look, not all of us were not raised in farms and streets. Whatever. And it's just gonna throw the blanket off and go grab the journal and start, like, flipping through from the beginning.
As you do that, as you get out of bed, roll me a Constitution saving throw. We need to see what state you're in.
Oh.
I have a 0.
Because as everyone knows, it doesn't really hit you until you start moving. Ty, I mean, you're functional. You can think, but it's not your best morning.
It's a little wobbly.
It's not my worst, but it's not my best. It's a normal morning.
Perfectly average in every way.
So she's probably picking up the journals and, like, leaning against the wall awkwardly while reading it.
Yeah, at that point, Dolma just, like, fucking gets up and just, like, flops on her back onto the bed, just like, what the fuck is happening, Ty? Am I losing my mind? Please tell me I'm losing my mind. I would honestly prefer that at this point.
I hope not, because this is... What? Why do they keep talking about having feelings for me? Who the fuck is this? They're gonna be disappointed, but it's just gonna flop on the bed beside you.
I don't fucking know. And she just, like, rubs her hands over her face. Oh, this is not what I needed this morning. Oh, God, my mother.
Did your mom do this for some fucking reason?
How could she? She's in jail.
I don't know. She had an entire crew. Maybe one of them, an entire orc, snuck in here and didn't wake us.
Yeah, Dolma just, like, continues to stare at you with just this look of, no, keep going.
Okay, this one I can say out loud. Does Ty remember that Dolma went for a walk, or?
Yes.
Yes, you do.
But you did leave last night.
When? I was passed out.
Like, I don't know, 3 a.m. You left for a little bit, and then you came back. It was after the music stopped again.
Would that be a history or something to, like, try and remember that? Or, like,
nope.
Fucking...
Nope. I'm going to let you know right now. There's nothing.
Awesome. Cool.
Ty, though, I'd like you to roll me an intelligence check.
Oh.
Oh, my poor baby.
It's fine.
Look, but you did leave at some point last night. I remember that much.
But where the fuck did that bag come from? I haven't been lugging around 2 packs. I'd know that.
What's in the package?
She pauses and then looks down at the pack, which is at this point just tossed haphazardly at the end of the bed. And finally, she's just...
Wait, what if it's poison? What if it's more acid?
As she, started to sit up, she just looks over at Ty just like, that's not fucking funny.
I'm not being funny.
Oh god, does she? I don't remember if she does. She does not have mage hand. Fuck me. Okay, sure, why not? Oh god, is this tied up in a ribbon? Is this paper?
It is like a soft tissue paper that's actually sealed by sealing wax with an emblem in it, which Dolma, you'd probably know. Ty, you would definitely know. It is an emblem from one of Eric's front companies.
What the fuck is happening?
What the fuck? Wait,
She just stares at this and looks over at Ty just if this is some kind of bizarre prank from Eric, I expect to be compensated and never have to pay rent again because this is bullshit.
Why? Eric? Since when does Eric pull pranks?
I don't know. Maybe this is his first attempt and it's going horribly wrong.
Oh, he could do so much better.
She's gonna rip open the fucking packaging.
All right. Inside is an absolutely beautiful, high-quality, bone-carved flute. It must be very expensive.
I'm sorry, you cut out. It's a very expensive what?
It must be very expensive.
No,
It's
a
carved
flute. It's a flute carved from bone, polished and soft bone. It is very innate. It has flowers carved into the stem, and you can tell from your experience, holding it in your hands and looking at it, it is very high quality.
She just stares at it this is absolutely gorgeous. And I have no idea how to play the flute. What the fuck is happening?
I mean, you figured out the bagpipes, but that's not the point. What? I guess Eric could afford this. Or maybe someone...
No, I'm not dealing with this right now. Breakfast... Putting this on the back burner. I'm not fucking with this right now. And she's gonna stand up and start shoving all this shit was probably was it super organized and neatly put into the bag?
It was.
Or was it?
No,
okay.
It was.
Yeah,
it was almost obsessively neat.
Yeah, no, she's just grabbing shit, shoving it in. She doesn't give a fuck. And when she gets to the journal, oh my god. She just stares at it for a while in contemplation and then just shoves it into the bag as well, and she's going to toss it into one of the corners, probably under the table, and then that's my question to you, Squee. Oh my god.
I will kind of watch you do this and quietly go, Is this even fuck, can't see fuck up saying words. Is this even evil?
Malevolent. And I genuinely don't know. Apparently they've been healing you, so who fucking knows?
I guess I need it.
Oh god.
So, if this is will this even be a bad thing long term? I guess they have feelings for me and that's a bit weird, but I'll take healing.
Dolma just rubs her hand over her face and just shakes her head. Nope, I already said I'm not having this conversation right now. We need food, we need booze, we need to go downstairs.
No, I don't think we need booze. I don't think that's gonna help us.
She turns over to Ty, puts her hands on Ty's shoulder, just I need at least one thing of alcohol in my system to deal with this right now. Just one. Just teeny tiny little drop. I can't. I cannot. I can't. I can't. And she just like, she just gets up and walks out.
But, so I just kind of hurriedly starts getting dressed and presentable to outside world before following.
Oh my god. So as she walks out, Dolma just like does an about face, goes back in, and she's like, at this point, she never actually got out of her dress. So she's just like, should probably change. And so she's just starts getting into her clothes.
Oh, that poor dress.
Yep, it's been through a lot.
Ty, at one point, since you're still in the room, will be like, are we telling the others?
Fuck no.
But what if
they do not need to know about this, okay? I don't even know about this at this. Just not having this conversation until food.
Ty?
Yeah?
As you're saying that, and as Dolma is furiously getting dressed, you notice, even though she seems to be completely unaware of it, there are tears streaming down Dolma's face. Her face does not give that impression. Her face is more upset and annoyed than anything, but her cheeks are wet.
Dolma.
What is happening? What?
It's just kind of gonna like wipe them off and be like, why are you crying?
What? And she like reaches up and wipes at a cheek. I'm guessing it's wet and she notices.
Mm-hmm. But you don't feel like you were crying at all. And you certainly don't feel like crying.
What's happening? Oh god.
Is it Fulma?
How the fuck am I supposed to know?
I don't know, maybe you ate your twin in the womb.
Oh my god!
Like, stops dead and just stares at Ty.
I don't know. I've heard weird things happen when that happens, and then psychics get involved, and it's I don't know, farm superstitions, I guess.
What the fuck kind of fun? You know what? Never mind. I don't.
Once I get attacked by demons.
I'm sorry. Let's just. Oh god! And she like grabs a handkerchief, like starts wiping at her face. Do the tears just keep coming?
No, it seems the second you were made aware of it, it stops.
Okay, good. Yeah, she just like wipes her face off and just like, this trip just keeps getting worse. Oh god.
Look, I know you don't want to tell the others, but maybe a Shu knows something? She seems like someone who would know shit like this.
Dolma pauses as she's like lacing up her boots, like looks over at Ty and goes, yes, lovely tiefling lady who I've only just met one day ago. Would you mind me helping to figure out why I have a mysterious sibling that I've never heard of who's apparently been going through my things and, you know, writing journal entries about events that they were never a part of? I just really like some insight on that. And she just kind of squints.
Mackenzie's having Discord troubles.
Uh-oh. Fulma got her.
Ty.exe has stopped working.
Oh man, Dolma exe has stopped working. Don't reboot.
Pasta?
Oh god. Oh no.
I mean,
Okay,
season.
Yay!
Okay, yeah, it cut out. I tried leaving the call, and then when I tried entering again, it was like connecting hell, and then I had to type that, and then I tried again.
But we can hear you just fine now.
Okay, good.
The last thing you heard was
Dolma turning around to look at Ty.
oh, for fuck's sake.
You yelled at me, didn't you?
She's not yelling. She's not yelling, okay? Everyone would know if she was yelling. Everyone. No, she was just like, she just turns to you just like, oh yes, Miss Nice Tiefling Lady who I've only known for one day. Would you mind helping me figure out why I have a phantom brother that I've never known about ever, and apparently has been wandering around and writing about events that they were never a part of, but apparently definitely took place?
Yes.
That's you. Oh, no. I'm not doing this. I am not. There's enough bullshit happening with my family right now. I don't need an extra mysterious portion of it heaped onto my plate. I think
it already is. I'm sorry?
This is my no thank you portion. Oh, God. And she just stands up, like, brushes off her, like, shirt and her pants. Just like, okay, no, we're getting food and we will consider, she points at Ty, consider asking for help from a shoe later.
Okay.
She squints.
Ty looks meek.
After a moment, she sighs and she just deflates from this angry, bristled porcupine and goes over and just like rests her forehead against Ty's shoulder. I'm sorry. I didn't.
It's gonna be scary no matter what, but we can't. This is coming from me. We can't brush this under the table.
Dolma looks at the bag that she just threw under the table. Oh, God.
Ty kind of smirks when she realized what she did. Okay, fine. Food.
Yeah, she nods. Food first, then something.
So, seeing as Dolma and Ty are almost always the last ones to get up, everyone else would probably, so the rest of you know, you would all probably be downstairs. Breakfast would be pretty much done.
And then you hear a shit ton of commotion going on upstairs. There's a mace that hits a wall. Somebody heard that.
Now, I will say, of course, if any of you say that, no, you would have slept in even later, but we're talking late morning. This is Ty and Dolma.
I know.
I'm glad we established this on day one.
Yeah, Kai's an early riser.
Afternoon.
Yes, Burn?
Arthur would not be downstairs.
Oh, he's still up, sleeping, or in his room?
He's in his room. He's not asleep.
Yeah, gotcha. Understood. What is Small Boy doing?
Well, he just got a whole series about the Crimson Tiger.
Oh, he did. He did.
Aww.
So he has spent the last he woke up at 7. Let's just say it's almost noon by now, right?
Right.
Yeah, he spent the last 5 hours reading 50 pages.
What you do notice, what does strike you, it's very well written, but it's obviously written in a lighthearted sense. It's the Crimson Tiger is like the Lone Ranger, or Zoro. He's the romanticized hero that always wins and saves the day, and sounds and acts and is so much more cooler and successful than the person you met yesterday.
Yeah. Also, the person I met yesterday was not a human.
No, was definitely not a human.
Yeah.
Okay, but everyone else, you're downstairs. Darian has made you guys breakfast and has actually cleaned up more or less the downstairs area, and seems a little bit more chipper. It's very clear he's still walking on eggshells around all of you, but he does greet you and smile and offer conversation if you choose to talk to him. I will say this so that we can keep it moving. Was there anything, or is there anything of note that any of you would have done or talked about or roleplayed in the morning before Dolma and Tai come down? Obviously, Arthur is lost in a very good book.
She would take her morning bath.
Mm-hmm.
I would say just Kai would have been up at, like, as soon as sunlight pokes its rearing, beautiful head out of the clouds or the horizon, Kai would be up, so she'd probably be, like, down in the tavern area. Probably she made herself tea or something.
It's a very warm morning of 60 degrees.
Yeah, maybe iced tea.
Yeah.
You joker, you.
No, I'm being serious. For Kai, that's a very balmy morning.
Yeah.
Ha.
But yes, I see that Arthur is buried in blankets reading his book, like the never-ending story.
Aw.
What about Arit?
He would have woken up about 6 o'clock. Went to take care of Clipper. I almost said Chipper. He would have asked Crystal if Crystal hears that weird music stopping thing. Because we are curious.
Crystal, in your mind, would say, I do. It is disturbing.
You don't have any theories?
Theories? No.
You know, like a normal person?
There's like a long pause.
He grins.
I do not have any theories. I may not be like you, but as far as I can tell, my mind acts as yours. I hear, I see, even if I don't have ears or eyes. I remember, and even sometimes misremember. We are not that different, except that I won't die.
Oh, lucky you.
Indeed. And you get the feeling like it's the return jab.
No, he expected a return jab. That is probably a good portion of their conversations, is slight jabbing.
Mm-hmm.
That's all he would have done. Would have gone back to eat breakfast and probably carve something at the bar.
Can I
Gotcha.
ask
Whatever
a
he was
question?
working on.
Yes, you may.
Because I don't know if Kai would... Well, Kai knows of Crystal. When Ori communicates with Crystal, I don't know if she would know this or not. Is Ori speaking aloud, or is it...
He speaks aloud? He speaks in Celestial.
Okay. All right.
So you don't know what he is saying, unless
Just-
you know that.
But you do know, you've been around long enough to know that if Ori is speaking in Celestial, he's probably talking to whatever it is he talks to.
Yeah, so Kai would probably just sort of ignore it if he does it in front of her, just like, oh, okay.
He would have done it while he was taking care of Clipper.
Okay. Well, Kai was probably around nearby, so she'd probably just be like, oh, okay. Whatever.
So, we'll say, Ashu, of course, you were able to take a lovely bath. And you all come down, you're having breakfast, it's starting to get cold, you guys are starting to finish. Arthur's up in his room. Dolma and Tai come down. How composed are you two?
Dolma doesn't head immediately to the bar, but she looks like she wants a drink. So if that gives you any context about the look on her face, then I've done my job.
Tai is just concerned and might be, if Barman would be okay with it, might be making Dolma. I was gonna say a Caesar. I just remembered that's a Canadian thing. Essentially a Bloody Mary, but it's a typical alcoholic morning beverage.
Oh, bless.
Yeah, he's fine with it.
Okay, she'll make Dolma a Caesar.
I love how Ty's pretty much just taken over the bar.
This is my bar now.
Ty, you do very much get the feeling that Darian is still very much walking on eggshells, half not sure. I mean, and it's understandable. You guys got screwed over. He kind of played a part in it. He half expects you guys to, turn on him, and so he's very nervous and very accommodating around you, even though he does try to be cheerful. Very different from Eric, who, if Eric's not in a good mood, he won't hide it.
Yeah, no. Ty makes him a Caesar. Just like that.
Oh, thank you, lass. That's, never had one of these before.
It's something I picked up in Averton. Or no, we're in Averton. Fuck, where am I from? Blackwall.
Blackwall, yeah.
Coalhaven drinks. Not had many of them.
Yeah, Dolma kind of like raises it in a chair, just like, it's a godsend. Just starts drinking it.
Aye, well, breakfast is a bit cold, but it's still good. Help yourselves.
Yes. She will make him, but also just yes.
All right. So Dolma grabs a drink. You guys maybe get some breakfast. What's the party's next step from here?
Asking what the flip was all that noise upstairs? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like you guys heard muffle kind of shouting, and maybe something got thrown against a wall once or twice.
Several things. A chair got knocked over, a book got thrown at the wall, a mace got thrown at the wall. Like, all of the things got thrown at the wall, except for the bone flute.
Bone flute.
I think Kai would have taken a mental note, like, okay, there's loud noises and they're drinking already. All right, okay, that's fine. Like, maybe that's just how things happen here. I don't know.
Did you actually ask them that, Arit?
Yeah, he would have looked up from whatever he is carving. He's carving some sort of bone pendant thing. He looks up at them and go, so, rough morning?
Meditation. What's that? She, looks at what's in your hand.
A pendant.
What
Keep the evil spirits away, don't you know?
Just quick side glance at Dolma.
Yeah, Dolma immediately just, looks at Ty just like, oh, don't tempt me.
Do you bake these often? Do you come here often, date?
Is that an Ardenfell thing? There's something lost in translation.
Okay,
there.
The second sentence was me fooling around.
Okay.
That was me making fun of how I asked the question.
He's just like, often enough whenever I can get any pieces.
What
Gotta have something to do with my hands.
That doesn't look like wood. What are you... Oh, is that fucking bone?
Mm-hmm. Killed the animal myself.
Oh, animal
Dolma,
bones, right.
Dolma, freezes mid-sip, puts down the glass, and, without even, turning around fully to him, goes, you don't make instruments, do you? Just, the slightest edge of accusation.
I have to think for a moment. Would he usually? I guess it depends on whether or not merchants would pay him for something like that. Squeak, do merchants
bone
like
flute
that
would be
kind of stuff?
super expensive.
If they are considering that instruments have to be carved with a certain amount of skill, you can't just carve a flute. You have to know exactly how to angle the cuts so that it can make the perfect sounds and all that. Then
otherwise
they would
you
pay
come
very
out
well.
with a recorder.
Exactly. So if it's done well, they would pay very well. Yes.
So can we say that he can do it kind of decently?
Yeah, we can. And in fact, you would know too that bone instruments like flutes and other things, probably just flutes, actually have a very unique sound, so they are sought after.
He thinks about it for a moment, kind of twiddling thumbs, like, nah, I've made a few in the past. Not a common thing I do.
Interesting. She goes back to drinking.
No, you asked a lot of questions now. You know, that's a little bit, Can I at least ask some questions now? You know? Yeah, how the conversation usually goes. You can't just turn away from me like that.
You sound like a character, like an NPC from like some weird kids game.
No. Oh god,
He's known people for a day and is now like, I have full permission now to kind of mess with them.
Yeah, at that, Dolma just like drinks and then she continues to gulp and gulp and gulp until the whole glass is down. And she gently puts it down and goes, I suppose.
So what was all the racket upstairs about?
I was unpacking.
Do you usually unpack so violently?
I was looking for something.
Do you usually look for things so violently?
It's my things, why does it matter?
Because I heard what sounded like something very hard hit a wall.
It was a mace.
I'm just making sure you're not gonna break things, my gosh.
Kind of behind Ori, Ty is just doing like a toned down hand gesture.
Dolma like glances between Ori. Oh my god. Yeah, Dolma glances between Ori and Ty and then sighs. And it's almost like a fluid motion between this just ball of tension to this bright, relaxed smile. Sorry, it's been a long couple of days. I'll try to keep it down from now.
He raises an eyebrow at the very sudden change of mood, as that is very suspicious.
Ty puts hands in pockets.
I think you would have noticed, like, there is a presence behind him, too, so he just looks over, like, what in the world are you doing behind me, sort of an expression.
One sec. Sure.
Are you looking for a guy?
No, she's obvious as fuck.
Yeah. She's right behind you. Not like you notice that Ty's got dark circles and may not be completely
that's usual.
That's just normal. That's just Ty.
That is straight up a part of her character design.
Ty is not fully recovered yet.
It's obvious that she was probably doing something behind your back and is now being like the standing there whistling, like probably not whistling, but that kind of like obvious innocence.
Failing to whistle.
Oh, that's just my life.
I never learned how to whistle.
Also, don't let me roll today. Holy shit.
Oh, honey. She's just really tired. It's fine.
Those are both things I'm proficient.
I know. It's okay.
It'll all be fine.
Go.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say Kai would be coming downstairs with Arthur right behind her. And if it looks like everyone has sort of quieted down, she'd be like, should we plan our day today?
Yeah.
I suppose.
Sure, why not? What's next on the agenda?
What's gotten into you?
Breakfast. You should join us.
Ooh. What do we got?
Food?
What is it, sweet?
Criana, sorry.
What is the likelihood of Kai actually knowing is...
I just realized I didn't actually describe what you had. It is almost cold lamb and some form of porridge.
Oh. Well, Arthur's going to grab the porridge, and he's going to... are there any fruits around?
Oh, there's definitely fruit in the porridge, as well as what looks like some sort of brown sugar.
Okay, is there any fruits around?
Not in the tap room, no.
Okay. Well, then he's just going to eat the porridge.
Okay. Nom 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 nom.
Yeah. If there's any honey, he's going to add the honey.
Yes.
As if it's not
yes. There's. I mean, you had to get the pasties on somehow.
Yeah.
I was picturing like him wiping off a little bit of his nipple, like, oh, there was some honey.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Convenient.
So insanitary.
Did we have this conversation on stream or off stream? I don't remember now.
This was on stream, yeah.
It was
Okay,
on
so
stream,
I
yeah.
know.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, boy.
He leans back and was like, well, let's see. We got gray hands. We've got druid people. I have already forgotten their name. And then we've got that little quest from Kip. All of these are very important, but I do believe the Grey Hands mentioned something very specifically about at your quickest convenience kind of a thing.
Do we know where we're supposed to meet them?
Force Grey, I think. Kenzie says, literally reading off our Google Doc.
Do you guys, because it has been a few weeks, do you guys need a refresher of any kind, or?
Criana does.
That's why I'm looking at the Google Doc.
Look at the Google Doc. The Dougal Doc.
All right, so real quick, so Kip wanted you guys to look into and possibly hunt down what? Give me a second here. Oh, whoops! I'm looking at the wrong thing.
I'm like, baby.
I was like, that was not what he
one?
asked you to do. Look into a man. Give me a second here. Oh yeah, Harko Swornhold, who is someone of ill repute that they believe is trying to recruit Kinku over in the dock area to incite. And the idea is, what they're worried about is that he is recruiting Kinku to incite street violence. They know for a fact that he's recruiting Kinku. Not quite clear on why. But that would be in the dock, the harbor area. The Emerald Enclave just requested you to go meet them at Falconmere Manor, which is in the upper part of town. Ashu, you would probably know where it is. Falconmere Manor is not a unknown area. And that was a request that was sent to you by a cat. Also, I believe you guys rolled well enough to know that the Emerald Enclave is headed by Jareth Falcon, which is almost who she is. So such a strong devotee of Miliki that she is a demigod. Correct. And then the Force Grey was a sending message that was sent to, I believe, a shoe that simply said, I am Vajir Safar, the Blackstaff. Come to Blackstaff Tower in the Castle Ward at once. Bring your friends. Which, Ashu, you would know if I pull up our Averton, and I'll share this with you guys so that you can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to pull up a little Averton over here. The Blackstaff is at the Mage Academy there, where my green arrow is. Can you guys see my green arrow?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And Falconmere Manor.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get it up for the stream. Just give me a second.
Gotcha. So I'll wait until you say otherwise.
Oh, doy, it's already up. Okay, so where is it?
So the Black Staff is at the Mage Tower, the Mage Academy up at the top. And then Falconmere Manor is this house right here.
Okay. Cool. So what do you guys want to do?
As a player, my mindset is get the quest before completing quests.
Well, yeah.
And the Kip one sounds like a completing quest situation.
Well, you know how I feel. I want that dragon. Oh, wait, that sounded weird. I want to
Criana.
see Kip as a dragon.
I mean,
I
it's
want
accurate.
that dragon.
We all know you want a romance.
It's a romance option, guys. I'm sorry.
I'm
In
not
the heart, you
saying
gotta
no.
hit the problem. Gotta get it.
I know. I
Just
misclicked
be
and I did the
careful.
renegade option.
Yeah, no, just be careful because this game's sneaky. It's gonna ninja mance you with Darian, and you're gonna be like, "But I didn't choose that."
And he's like, "Yar, I'm a pirate." Sounds like a pirate.
Why is Darian now a pirate?
Wasn't he on ships? Why do I feel like he was on ships?
Yeah, he was. He was a sailor back in the day. That's how he got the accent.
Sailor.
He even knows a little bit of Draconic, or it's broken Draconic because he's traveled to Windfall Isle.
I mean, is he single?
Criana.
Okay,
Criana.
fine. No. The Kip quest line. Yeah. I'm focused.
Anyway.
I thought you were gonna say, "You're right. I need to focus on Kip."
No. If she wants to go for the harem route, let her do it.
That's right. Kai
Excuse
can have
me.
all of the boys.
I'm sorry. I'm
Okay,
not, but I am.
Dating sim aside.
Dating sim aside, I didn't say no to the Kip thing. I was just saying we should go talk to the druids and the demi-goddess lady first, and then go from there before we start working on the Kip story.
Yeah, sure.
I just need you guys to help me because I am definitely merging all of these quest lines together because that's just my brain.
That's fair.
I'm really struggling keeping these all separated.
I'd say we do the Emerald Enclave first because it more sounds like they probably want to recruit and that will take less time. So we can verify whether or not we all want to be part of this thing or even just one of us want to be a part of this thing. And then we can go about our merry way all the way up to the Grey Hands and see what problems they have.
Yeah.
Well, their hands probably a circulation issue. Their hands are gray.
Personally, I want to visit the druids first because, reason.
Okay. I have no quarrel with any of this.
Wait, what? But don't you want a quarrel? I want a quarrel.
Okay,
Quarrels are
fine.
pretty cool.
Give me back my hat.
No.
Okay, I failed. Well, that's fine.
Okay, so we're doing the cat one?
You guys start making your way towards the door, and as you open the door to go out, and you're headed towards the Emerald Enclave first. As you
Piff, do you have any opinions? You haven't said anything.
Yeah.
You know what I do? I really like the color blue.
I know, Piff. I know.
Take that back! Take that back!
Piff, why would you say something so brave yet so controversial?
Take that back, Piff!
This is 2019,
No.
Piff.
I was gonna slam my hand on my desk, put my max on there, so I refrained.
Nice, probably a good call.
Yeah, that max
Nice
worth
save.
more than my hand.
Alright.
But Piff, do you have any objection or opinion going to the Emerald Enclave?
I don't have any objections. I have plenty of opinions. I'll probably just take up time, so...
Gotcha. All right. You all open the door, getting ready to leave, and as you open the door, you see a small man, maybe 5'5", wearing a black coat and a large top hat, with his hand raised, about to knock on the door. He has blonde hair that flows out from under the hat, and he has kind of a hunched over appearance, and he seems to be in his late 60s. He goes, hello. I'm sorry.
Who's opening the door?
Yes, very important question.
Should we roll?
Me!
Yes, I love the idea of
let's
rolling.
roll. Let's roll.
Have everyone
What are we
roll.
rolling?
Highest opens the door first.
Ori?
Ori!
Wait, did Arthur roll?
Oh, Arthur, you did not roll.
Arthur,
shit.
you didn't
Okay.
roll.
Oh, it's Ori.
Yeah.
So what did this man say again? Sorry, because we rolled.
He goes, hello there. I was just going to knock on the, and he takes off his top hat and bows. Hello, my name is JB Nevercon. I am a local haberdasher, and I was wondering if I could speak to, you, actually, and your friend that came with you, and her, and points to Dolma, privately.
You know, I'm pretty sure you didn't need to knock, but I suppose that's very polite.
I was under the impression that the tavern was a bit closed, as there's a door that is half off its hinge over there, and he points to like one of the doors that in the damage is like falling apart.
Or he looks at the door, looks back at him. Oh, the door's just having some life issues. Come on in.
I see. And he will make his way in and nod to everyone. Hello. As I said before, my name is JB Nevercott. I'm a local haberdasher, but actually I am here as a representative for an organization that would be very, very interested to speak with, there's really no exactly polite way to come out and say it, but the drow of your party. If I could bend your ear for just a moment, I promise you it'd be well worth your interest.
Why would it be impolite to call us by what we are?
Oh, absolutely right. No, impolite in the sense that, unfortunately, those I represent are not interested in speaking openly with your friends, but merely you three individuals.
Well, if they feel like... Excuse me. If they change their mind and they don't mind our friends joining us, then we will speak with them. But we have quite a busy day planned already. Unless, and then Kai turns to Orit and Dolma.
If it might change your mind, I am very, very well aware of the difficulties that the drow are facing, and that we must stand together at times like this, and I can be very, very beneficial to helping you in whatever goals you wish to achieve.
How about you sell this to me then? Because right now, forgive me, I am new to this land. You don't seem like someone who, forgive me if this is rude, could help us.
Ooh, girl!
I guess Kai is sassy today. I guess Kai slept on the wrong side of the
Kai
bed.
is sassy every day. What are you talking about?
I don't think she was sassy last time, and the time before that she was sassy. It's like
Well, it
every
was the
other
same-
session.
To
Every
be fair,
other
it was the
session.
same day, so like she was sassy earlier that day.
Yeah, no, okay, so last session she was saucy.
Yeah.
She's sassy.
Listen, she panicked. She had to do something quick. What was the first thing she could do because she just saw it on stage and it worked really well? She just made out. People do that. That's love. I mean, friends. That's just friends. That's what friends do.
I think we need to talk about love, Criana.
It's with your bros,
Wow.
Just gals being pals.
That's right. That's what girls do. Get over it. Jeez. Get off my back.
Yeah. The whole time he's staring directly into your eyes, and he's quiet for some time, and he says, well, the people I represent can be of great benefit to you, and I promise you, if you and your two friends give me just a few moments of your time, I will absolutely assure you that you will be very interested in what I have to say, Lifewalker.
What Lifewalker? Kai,
and he's staring like directly at you when he says it.
Kai kind of narrows her eyes a bit, and then she looks over at Orit and Dolma and says, "It is up to you, my friends. If you think this is a decision to make now."
God, I would like to know if this man's trying to, like, bribe/blackmail us. Or, like, threaten.
Give me a second here.
I would like to know what my natural 20...
Yeah, give me a second here. Oh boy!
Because
you
Dolma
people, no!
She can throw him.
I'm so angry. I'm so angry.
Oh
Fuck shit.
Gosh, the morning is just repeating itself now. Like things are getting thrown at walls.
Okay.
Arthur is just gonna start going up the stairs again.
So this isn't exactly an investigation, it's an insight, but it's also a nat bloody 20. Followed by a fake nat 20 that's still amazing.
I'm so angry.
Dolma, you stare at it for a little bit. This person has Disguise Self cast on them. You can't quite see through the disguise, but you know Disguise Self when you see it sometimes.
Dolma kind of like leans back, elbows on the bar, tilts her head. Well, whenever you feel like talking to us directly, then maybe we'll have a discussion. But until then, we have business to attend to.
I'm terribly sorry. What exactly do you mean directly? I am speaking directly to you.
I don't appreciate liars.
Ooh, Kai will look at Dolma with a raised eyebrow and then look back at...
You see in the back of the room with the shoes,
Fred.
like a head pops up. What?
He then turns to address Dolma. Interesting. Very, very interesting. If I may, simply ask out of my own curiosity, what makes you think I'm lying? He has this, like, grin on his face.
Illusory work usually lends towards it.
You can see through that, can you? Oh dear. You are more interesting than I thought. A life walker and someone that is very skilled. Interesting. Very well. Your friends can listen, as this is very odd circumstances. And he closes the door behind him. He walks over to one of the tables and takes his top hat back off. But now the top hat has become a very large brimmed hat, a wide brimmed hat. The man that stands before you is no longer an old man in his 60s, but is a drow elf with an eye patch over one eye and a very, very, actually, hang on, I can probably find a better picture than that, flamboyantly dressed, silks and bright colors, and lots of jewelry all over his body. And he
looks like a pirate.
A little bit. I should note also that he is bald. His head is completely shaved, which, especially Kai, Orit, and Dolma, you would know is, I mean, elves don't do that. Not just drow, just elves in general don't typically do that.
I'm very proud of our hair.
Yeah.
Keeps
Give
our
me
hair
one
warm, man.
Yeah.
We need our hair to keep warm in the north.
Yeah.
Here we go. That's
I mean, to be fair, Dolma does have a mohawk.
I know, I was just thinking about that, but that's still a lot of hair.
That's still a lot of hair.
He takes the wide brim hat with the large feather on it and says, standing up straight now in a very different voice, well then, perhaps we should start again. My name is Jarl Axel, and he goes into a very deep bow. Leader of Brigandierth.
He looks like he'd be friends with Eric.
I was just thinking that.
I would like all of you to roll me a history check.
Right.
A shoe with advantage.
Oh boy.
Because if you book.
Oh boy.
For the love of 20s, people.
Should I roll?
Oh my god.
Because I did just walk out.
No, probably not, Arthur.
Okay.
Oops. No, I didn't count. Okay, hold on.
No.
Okay. Ashu and Orit. You have heard of Brigandierth. They are a group of drow, generally male drow. However, you have known female drow to be part of their court. However, they are only drow. They are an organization kind of shady. It's hard to tell. You don't know much about what they do, only that they are powerful, and that Jarl Axel, the leader, is not famous so much as infamous for being very clever, and always somehow managing to come out on top of whatever he tries to do. You don't know where they come from, how long they've been here, but you do know that they have been operating in Averton for quite some time.
Is it too early to say I like him?
He's
kind of a Kenzie guy, so
Yeah.
He sits down on the chair and kicks both feet up on the table and leans back, putting his hands behind his head. So, normally I wouldn't be speaking to non-drow, as Brigandierth is. We are very selective in who we have in our ranks. Can't be too careful in a world like this. But I must admit, you intrigue me. And he looks straight at Kai. It's been a very long time since I've seen one with your talents and eyes.
Kai, does he look familiar?
Nope.
Nope. Okay,
Nope.
Kai will just shrug and just say, "What can we do for you?"
Well, it's not exactly what you can do for me, it's how I can help you. I'm not quite sure what your goals are here in Averton, but I did see you become hunters. Very well done, by the way. But Brigandierth is always looking for talent to grow our ranks, and in return, we offer a surprising amount of benefits. We drow are faced with a very awkward and dangerous situation. The tundra is freezing, so I hear. Haven't been back in quite some time, but we need to find a new home. Surely I'm not telling you anything that you haven't already heard. Am I right in suggesting that this might be along the lines of your goals here?
Yes, I would say that's an accurate assessment of the situation. Kai, looks around.
Excellent. Well, then we should be helping each other. Brigandierth wants what's best for all drow.
Are you speaking in third person?
No, that's the name of my guild.
Is Kai familiar with this?
Nope.
Nope.
You are not. Your
not
history
with that
is 9.
No, I meant this isn't something that once he says it, we all should just be like,
No.
the beholder. No, okay.
No.
Oh, Jesus. Oh man. Yeah, Dolma's just watching him quietly, just leaning against the bar.
This is kind of a drow thing, but do you mind if I ask him a question, or?
I mean, you can try. No guarantees if you'll get anything.
Tyus just guys people go, what do you guys do?
He looks at you and grins. Oh, little of this, little of that. We are everywhere and nowhere. We act in our own best interests, but also do what we can to better the predicament of drow in the area.
Briefly in Thieves' Cant, she's just gonna go, are you guys thieves, or...
He laughs loudly and back in Thieves' Cant says, well, I suppose that's all in the eye of the beholder, isn't it?
You still understood me.
Oh, I did indeed. And he just grins. And then he'll say in common, we have been known from time to time to act, shall we say, with gray morality when it comes to the laws of a certain land, but only for the sake of our continued existence or for the sake of another drow in need.
Kai stands up and turns to the rest of the group, says, well, I think I've heard enough. Let me know when you are ready to go, and she'll go wait outside.
I think I'm good. And Dolma will push off of the bar and start walking after her.
Ty's just kind of looking at us. It looks like it's the non-drow who are interested in you.
I see. Unfortunate. Well, perhaps we will find a way to change your mind in the future. He stands up. I'm a patient man, after all. And it's not every day you find someone that can walk through the lives of their ancestors. But then, shall we have a drink? And he goes over to the bar and throws down a gold coin. And then basically just like reaches over and pops a bottle of wine. And he will turn to all of you, and Ty in particular, flip his eye patch up where you see that he very well has two eyes. Nod to you, down the wine, flop his hat back on to where he turns back into a 60-year-old haberdasher and goes, well, perhaps we'll be seeing you around.
Oh, I sure hope so. She is grinning. She likes this guy.
And with that, he makes his leave.
While he passes his shoe, we'll go, for what it's worth, I quite like your society.
Ah, well, that means a lot coming from one. And I am not unsympathetic to your troubles as well. In fact, you may sometimes suffer more hardships than even I. Good luck. And, well, should you ever need anything, we'll find you. He nods and then makes his way out the door. Oh, go ahead.
Are you aware of Candle Taverns?
He stops, turns around. Ah, it is a name that I am familiar with, yes. Brigandiareth has many, shall we say, allies that, And he just kind of shrugs and like, still keeping the disguise, but dropping the voice, goes, we have allies that we work with on occasion, and Candle Inn is certainly counted among them.
Then it won't be too hard to find you guys. Also, you feel like someone who would 100% be friends with my mentor.
Your mentor? May
Eric
I ask?
Sanderson.
His eyes widen. I did not realize I was in such distinguished company then. How is
Not
Eric?
with me. He's well.
Is he? Well, if you see him, let him know Jarl Axel hasn't forgotten. And he bows deeply and walks away.
Kai looks at his shoe and goes, I really like him.
Kai, you have a plus symbol.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, well, because she's waiting outside for the rest of the team as he walks out, he will note that she is using disguise self as his normal appearance or his fancy appearance.
He's using disguise self as the haberdasher.
No. She's disguised herself. Sorry.
She's disguised herself as him?
As him, as how he looked like with his fancy gear, and she'll just wave at him.
What a fucking power move! I love it!
Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay.
A persuasion check for what?
You'll see.
Persuasion.
Oh my
that's
God.
Not great. Let's see.
Oh.
He looks at you and throws his head back and laughs. I like you, Kaitana. I do hope we get to see more of each other. Especially if you plan to find a new home for our people, you might be very interested in what I know about where we come from. And he bows one more time and walks away.
She will say nothing, but just watch him as he walks away, and once he's out of eyesight, she'll dispel the disguise.
Gotcha.
Dolma just goes over to her, gives her not a slap, but a solid pat on the back, just nice one.
Kai will give her kind of a funny look and say, thank you. Shall we get going, or do we have other things we need to finish?
Oh gods, I hope not. She's gonna start heading towards the druid place with the things.
Ty
Actually,
will
no,
call
she's
up
gonna-
her.
Yeah, she's gonna
Thank
actually
you.
pause and wait for Ty.
For Ty, just Ty.
He'll head back down. Go. Wait, didn't he just want to talk to you three?
Oh my god! Just left me
Aw, baby boy.
I think he changed his mind.
Oh well.
Don't worry about it. And Dolma will sling an arm around his shoulders, give him a little shake, and just start walking. Arm still around his shoulders.
Yay.
Yay.
Arthur's a good boy.
He's a
Jim,
very good
we're
boy.
off.
Yes, Jim, we're off.
To the Emerald City.
I was muted.
Oh.
Well done.
Yeah, so add a character, just a fun note, because many of you are not familiar on the D&D lore, but Jarl Axel is a very famous character. Specifically because, like Kinsey said, people like him.
He seems pretty neat.
He's very
Criana has
flashy.
no quarrels with him.
Right,
Yeah.
but
Is
he
from
is also
the Legend
a
of
bit
Driss
saucy.
books.
He is very much from the Legend of Driss.
Nice. A reason to read these.
I think he got a few approval ratings from Kai, even if it doesn't show.
You guys head out, and as you're heading out, you hear, "Oi, Dolma, moment. You left me this. I don't know what it means."
Dolma stops dead in her tracks.
Just the whole team look back at Dolma.
Scratched into the countertop are the words, "Help him." And Dolma, you'll notice that one of your fingernails is torn.
Ow.
Not bleeding, but definitely chipped.
What the fuck is happening to my character? Okay. Awesome. Fantastic. Okay.
I'm just picturing this as an 80s comedy movie where the whole party stops, turns, then turns back and looks at Dolma.
Dolma kind of balls her hand into a fist, kind of like trying to nonchalantly hide the broken fingernail. Just kind of looks over it, frowns. I left you that?
Well, I saw you scratching it in. I thought you were just, some people do be having a nervous twitch and all, but I didn't realize you were writing. Is it, just making sure you're all right, lass?
She kind of looks down at it and how will this go? Shrugs. Not sure what it's supposed to be. It must have been more wasted than I thought it was. Sorry, I'll try and fix it later.
It's all right, lass. It
Poor
wouldn't be the
boy.
first one I've seen.
He's really nice about, the whole defacing property thing.
Yeah.
But I guess he's been through a lot, so...
It's an excuse to get the insurance claim so you can get a new counter.
Yeah, actually, you're helping him at this point.
You
so
think he
good on
doesn't
ya.
already have an insurance claim going? Oh.
Oh.
I was about to say, is this in front of everyone?
I mean,
can we roll insight?
Sure. I mean, it
Well,
would be in front of
are
everyone.
we in? Because Kai would have been.
No, so Kai is outside. So is
yeah,
Dolma
Dolma got
was
called
outside.
back
Yeah,
inside.
I called back inside. So Kai's outside at least.
Okay, so yeah, Kai wouldn't be involved.
Oh,
I don't
shoot.
want to. I don't want to roll insight. I want to roll something else.
Sure.
All right. 7 to comprehend language.
Buddy.
Oh my god, -9?
Yes.
That's not a thing. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. You. Hello.
It's common, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you try and read it. It's like halopium.
Could it mean?
What could
I have no idea.
halopium mean?
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll insight? Because I already tried to roll perception on my own to see if she recognized the finger thing, but...
Up to you.
Can,
I mean,
can
you
roll
already-
insight if you wanted to tell if she was being deceitful or not. No one else seems to be doing well.
Alright.
Oh boy.
Dolma is
She's an
really drunk.
innocent angel, guys.
No,
She's just
she
a really
wasn't.
drunk angel.
She's
Also-
a local vandal, but that is it.
Also, Squee, didn't we mention last time that we should have had Ori roll to know whether or not the orc mom was
Oh yes. Roll a perception check for me. We need to know if Orit understood that it was Dolma's
Not
mom
Dolma.
pretending to be Dolma's voice, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a perception check for that. Oh yeah. Yep. Dolma's mom made an impression of her daughter's voice and said, "I think she's going to stab me." And then laughed the whole time as the guards dragged her down to the ground.
Good to know. Won't bring it up now.
Right?
Even though it would be rather amusing to make Dolma more squirmy. No.
Well, apparently she's not that squirmy because y'all can't tell shit. Oh god.
Look, we're
Yeah,
trying.
You can be squirmy. It's just that it's innocent squirmy.
You guys make your way out and down the path. You go from the Mundane Inn, past the saloon. I'm sorry, saloon.
You can do it.
I just realized
the journal,
mistake I
isn't
made.
it?
The journal. The journal is
Yeah.
for saloon. Saren Ray is Pathfinder. That's what happens when you run 2 campaigns in 2 different worlds. Your possible, maybe fake brother's journal. It was Saloon. He worshipped Saloon, not Sarah.
You lied to me. No, okay, makes sense.
I know. I'm
What?
sorry.
You lied to me. Yes.
You pass by the church. All the streets are fairly quiet, given how late in the day it is. You don't really see anyone out and about. You make your way over the bridge into the nicer part of town, and make your way to Falcon Mire. Yes, Tavern.
I just realized this. I guess at least would Ty know what Saloon is?
Yeah, sure. I mean, she's a goddess of the pantheon of this world. She's one of the goddesses.
Okay.
Oh shit! What would Desna's equivalent be in this world? Because I didn't realize we were going with D&D instead of
Meliliki would probably be the closest. I know I'm butchering her name, but she is the goddess of nature and travel and forest type of woodland. Not druids per se, but.
So the goddess he worshipped, is that the same goddess we're gonna go that the druids kind of worship? Or?
No, he worships Saloon. Okay. Meliki is slightly different. Saloon is, she changes with the phases of the moon, but she is generally seen as a good, compassionate goddess of healing who can also be fierce, a very fierce warrior, and her personality tends to change with the moon. Meliki is, and again, I know I'm butchering the name, is more of a goddess of travel and the woodlands. She's like a lot of rangers worship Meliki, just like a lot of rangers would worship Desna.
Okay.
You guys make your way to Falconmere Manor. It's such a weird name. Sorry, you'll have to forgive me. And it's very beautiful. The outside of the walls are covered in what looks like rose bushes that crawl up the side of the walls, giving it a very beautiful appearance. And as you approach it, the gates open wide for you, and behind them is a groundskeeper standing there. Give me 1 second here. I wonder if he might have... I guess he does not. He does not have a picture. But there's an older man standing there wearing simple clothes, like baggy pants and a tunic with a satchel around his shoulder. And as the gates open and you stand there, he bows and he goes, "Hello, my name is Melanor Fellbranch, the caretaker of Falconmere Manor." Oh, hang on 1 second, guys.
Okay.
The butler has many duties.
But the most important one is battle.
Okay, sorry. Where was I?
Alfred.
Oh, he says,
Master Wayne.
"The mistress has been expecting you.
Master Wayne.
Please, come in. I'll have some tea for you."
Can we just ask him why we fall? Why do we fall?
Oh my god, Criana!
Because someone kicked you in the gonads.
Okay.
I mean, that's a good reason.
Yeah, I would fall from that.
Jesus fucking Christ. So anyways.
He is, I should also point out, he is a half-elf. Hard to tell his age, but definitely in his silver years, as his hair has turned gray.
Damn.
He ushers you all into the manor itself, and it's very, very pretty inside. It's a lush garden, not overgrown, but certainly covering most of the ground. And you have, as you walk past, tons of hummingbirds dart back and forth, and you see cats lazily sunning themselves in the courtyard. And as you all enter the manor and walk through the courtyard, you hear on the wind, all of you, "Welcome to my home. I greet you as friends. Melanor will see to all your needs."
Kai will look around for the source of the voice.
You don't see anyone, and the voice appears or sounds as if it was on the wind itself.
Kai will think to herself, does everyone in this town have weird magic?
Fuck, apparently.
Just the ones that want to interact with us, I guess.
I guess that's why they're interacting with us.
Yeah.
Because of the whole kip flip.
Yep. Definitely the
Dolma. What? Oh.
Dolma, your heart's not in it today. Can't imagine why.
I want to pet a kitty.
I want to try and pet a cat.
I want to pet a kitty.
This is D&D. This is what's important, guys. These are the big roles. Use your inspiration, Dolma.
Is 18 enough?
Fucking tempt me.
Squeeze 18 enough, because I'll use my inspiration if I have to.
18, 12, 16, 23. Oh my god, 23. You all can pet the kitties.
Wow.
Dolma, not so much.
Good.
Dolma, you
She
reach down.
reaches out and they're just like, fuck you, and walks away. And she's just like, okay, sure, this is my life now. Why not?
Ori will scoop up a cat. Oh my god!
Jesus Christ, a shoe!
A shoe. The cat that came up to you with the message comes back to you and starts rubbing up against your leg.
Aww.
She just like picks it up, like fucking holds it on its back like a goddamn baby, and it's just like, yes, love me.
Kai's just beaming and says, "Wow, this place is great."
literally everyone but Dolma.
I was going to say, alright, we'll pick up a cat, soothe it, and walk over to Dolma because he notices, like, Dolma, aw, the cat won't let me pet it.
Oh, and good news. I get to work from home tomorrow because the internet at the office is still down.
Nice.
I just got a text. Hang on. I gotta give the good news to my wife.
Good news,
Very
wife.
important.
All of the cats freeze in our arms as reality stops.
Oh no, the eyes closed.
They all shut down.
And the world is turning gray.
What the world is now is cats, sweet cat. Oh,
I thought you were
speaking
gonna
of
say
Bite Cat,
love, sweet
she's
love,
fun.
and then I was gonna give you shit for all the romancing options.
Oh man, getting a cat to love me is the ultimate goal
Jesus
as a
Christ.
crazy cat.
I would forego the harem for a single cat.
Right? It's not like a romantic love. It's just like you accept me for who I am, cat, and that's saying a lot because you're a cat.
If a cat's going to accept you for who you are, you have to accept the cat for the asshole that it is.
I
will
already
accept
accepted it. It's a cat. It's won me over. It doesn't take
my
much.
my cat is like that unless we're alone, and then he's just like, love me.
Oh yeah.
The second my dog or my wife walks in, he's like, I was what? No, what? We were nothing. Get away from me.
It's
Soon,
like a
dear.
teenager.
Right? I'm cool. I wasn't doing. I'm good. I'm going to listen to some hardcore music.
I don't even need your love.
I'm gonna go listen to My Chemical Romance.
So, you guys are ushered in after you go through the petting zoo, except for Dolma.
Ori gave Dolma a cat to, like, pet.
No. It like hisses and jumps away from Dolma. I'm sorry, Dolma, but you rolled an 8.
I was thinking, like, man, with a 23, maybe.
You notice, or roll me an insight check as you do this.
Okay.
Yeah. Dolma's just, her mind's not there. You know what I mean? Like she has Dolma.
It's
I
Fulma.
hate this.
Fulma
You
is
have right now-
preventing.
Right now, you have resting bitch face, and you don't even realize it because you're just dealing with so much.
Fair, resting bitch face is usually unconscious, but also, like, when you have that, like, kind of prickly energy, animals can tell.
Right?
Oh yeah.
He's just like, please love me, I want to feel better. And they're just like, no, fuck you.
I don't need that energy.
So
Get your fucking bad vibes out of here.
you guys make your way inside, and Melanor comes in with tea and sets a cup of tea down in front of everyone, and then he sits down himself and takes one and says, I thank you for coming so quickly. I am pleased that our message was received by you. Perhaps I should start with who we are. Have any of you heard of us, the Emerald Enclave?
Bits and pieces.
Have we heard anything about them?
I think
yes.
we rolled
I
for
remember
this.
from the roll that
Yes.
somehow Ori knew.
Yeah, so the Emerald Enclave are generally an organization dedicated to harmony between nature and civilization. There are many druids in their order, but not everyone's a druid. And their basic tenet is they want to make sure that civilization and nature coexist instead of combating each other. So sometimes that means driving back nature when civilization is too endangered, and sometimes it means making sure civilization doesn't destroy wildlife.
Okay, cool.
Sometimes
Sorry, my memory's bad.
Yes, so like the Green Party, except sometimes they swing the other way when necessary, because in this world there are monsters.
Yeah.
What? No. Looks at hellhounds.
He nods and he goes, "We have a small but important presence here in Averton. This manor, Falconmere, is overseen by my patron, Jareth Falcon. You heard her as you came in."
Sure did.
And he will say, "One moment." And he stands up and he bows. And he says, "My lady, if you would be so kind." And again, almost as if on the wind, a disembodied female voice rises up to all your ears. "I was made aware of your presence in the city, and I have seen some of your hearts. We could use help. As always, we are in need of people who are willing to help nature coexist with the world around it."
Forgive me for asking, but where are you? Kai is looking around.
"I am everywhere and nowhere. When Meliki granted unto me my powers, my mortal form was forfeit."
Can you be anywhere, or are you restrained to this location?
"I can choose to leave this manor if I wish it, but I rarely do. It is not my place anymore to touch the world directly. But should you offer your help to us to join us in our cause, I will always be here to grant aid when needed." And Melanor sits back down and he says, "Yes, we are aware that you have become hunters. That is very noble, and we do not wish to tear you away from your goals, as they are very important. But there are always things that we need help with, and there are too few, very too few, in the Emerald Enclave in Averton. Many people have forgotten the importance of coexisting with the world around them. My mistress is powerful, yes, but she lacks the ability to see to many tasks, and I am too old."
What
Okay.
would you need from us?
Well, there are times when issues arise, like now, for example, where we need strong-willed and able-bodied people to help us. In particular, at the moment, we require some aid. A very good friend of ours, Sir Ambrose Everdon, he is a champion of Kellamore. He has offered to help the city guard with an issue they're having, and we are worried that he might need help. There is a necromancer in town who's been stealing bones from the city of the dead underneath the waterfall and animating them as skeletons. Sir Ambrose has offered to help, and while we have always adored his gusto, he is getting older, and we fear he may need help.
Okay. So, you want us to help this guy?
We would be very grateful.
Are we supposed to stop this necromancer, or...?
Well, I suppose that would be the optimal goal, yes. The necromancer has been causing some trouble. Raising skeletons in a city is never a good thing. The city guard has been stretched thin. He offered his help, and our concern is his safety more than anything, but yes, we would like you to help if you can. Help him stay safe and to stop the necromancer. In return, of course, we can offer you gifts and aid. And he produces several charms in his hand. They look like small little necklaces of metal shaped like a leaf. He says, these are a small bit of magic that could aid you in your troubles. In addition to that, of course, we can share or gather information with our many servants through the city. And he points to the cat that's still rubbing up against a shoe's leg. We have many friends that can get into places most people can't.
So, you just want us to stop this necromancer from animating corpses within the city, right?
Hang on. He's going to roll an insight check.
Says the person with a shovel.
Right. Well, generally speaking, necromancy is a complicated act that rarely is done for the good of people or nature. Ideally, we would like him stopped, but our real purpose is to keep our friends safe.
Okay.
So, what do these necklaces do?
They are charms of restoration. And he'll explain. I'm not quite sure how to explain in character, so I'll just say out of character. You can use an action to expend. It has a certain number of charges. It has 6 charges. Each charm has 6 charges. You can use an action to expend the charges to cast Greater Restoration, which costs 4 charges, or
Holy
Lesser Restoration,
shit.
which costs 2 charges. They are one-time use items, though. Once you expend the charges, they are done.
That's still real fucking cool. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And so you can do either 3 lessers or 1 greater and 1 lesser.
Correct. And he says,
Damn.
in addition, my mistress is very talented in the healing and druidic arts. Should you ever need aid, if you are friends of the guild, you may always find help here.
Okay. What is the druidic arts, anyways? I keep hearing people throw that word around, druid. What does it mean?
You hear on the air in Draconic, it is the magic of the world, the song of nature, and the ability to control it. I sense a similar, if different, spark in you, my friend.
And he's going to start speaking in Draconic then. Oh. Well, if that's the case, then yes, that is fairly easy. For whatever reason, my energy causes foliage and plants to spark, to grow.
You have a gift that very few will appreciate and understand as well as I, Arthur.
I'm still learning how to use it, however.
I might be able to aid with that. Your power is not mine, but in order to use it, you must understand the world around you, and in that I could help greatly. Should you choose to be my champion?
Oh, out of character. Oh, champion. Ooh. Interesting.
She's sweet talking. By the way, the rest of you, just a bunch of draconic being spoken up in here.
That's okay, we got cats.
I was about to say, we're just
everyone but Dolma has cats.
Dolma, there's like a cat clawing her head
in here.
Oh, just go find your brother.
Fuck you, Squee.
Hey, no need to be catty.
As Ty is just like, they want us to stop very often.
God damn it.
What did I do?
Ty and you are fine. Everyone else is just dead to me.
What the fuck did I do?
You pet the cat.
You're getting schmoozed, dude.
Shut up.
The wind is flirting with you. Have fun with that.
Oh, it's romanceable?
First of
First
of all you know, Dolma, is that there's a lot of growling dragon talk going on.
Arthur will respond, I will need to think about it, of course. However, my friends, if I do call them friends, I've only known them for a short while. They may have other plans, and I do not wish to break from the group, so to say.
There's a pause, and then in common, so that you can all hear, and Arthur, for you, it is still in Draconic. Take whatever time you need to consider the offer. We know how important your tasks are. Should you choose to help our friend Sir Ambrose, you can find him at the tavern at the base of the lift in the docking wards.
Arthur will respond in Draconic. I thoroughly appreciate it.
Who is this necromancer? Or at least the grave robber man? Just so we know who we're looking for. Or are we getting this information from your man?
Melanor shakes his head. I'm afraid we do not know exactly. I'm sure Ambrose would have more information.
Okay.
And you hear upon the wind again, Melanor, my friend, give Arthur one of the charms to help you on your way as a gift and perhaps as a meaning of well intent. Should you choose to help us or not, it is yours. And Melanor will hand Arthur one of the charms.
He'll take it, then say in Draconic, I appreciate it. Thank you. And then he'll switch.
Up.
Yeah, he sure as fuck is. Then he's gonna switch to Wood Elven and turn to Melanor. Right, that's the keeper. The
groundskeeper, correct?
Yeah. And I have a present for you too. He's going to reach into a seed pouch, pull out an apple seed, and create an apple. Before his very eyes, green sparks spark from his hand, causing the apple to grow into... It's kind of a weird sight. It's kind of a bumpy purple apple. It's kind of squishy. And he's going to hand it over to the groundskeeper.
Kai will clap.
He will take it and nod to you and say, thank you. Wait, nope. That's the demigod's voice. Thank you, Arthur. May I?
Please.
and he will bite into it. What does it taste like?
So it tastes, and I know for a fact that this is a good flavor combination because I have a Crystal Light packet with it. Pomegranate and cherry.
He chews it slowly and says, "A most interesting flavor. A delightful ability you have, young man.
Thank you.
Thank you." And with that, he'll stand up. "Well, I will not keep you all any longer. If you choose to help, as the mistress said, you can find Sir Ambrose in the taverns of the docking ward. Should you determine that your other tasks are far more important, believe me when I tell you that we understand, and we wish you the best."
Kai will bow to him because she knows the other person's everywhere.
Right. She's like Edie, and you're on the Normandy.
That's right.
Is there anything you guys would do, or do you head out, or?
Kai would head out.
I think it's time to head out. Arthur will pet one more cat, but we should probably head out.
Yeah, Ty wants to get out.
Gotcha.
Orit says, "Bye, lady." Waves to nothing.
Crystal will say to you, "She is in my mind. She is very
you know
pleasant."
how it feels now.
And a president, after a moment, will say, "She is
do you
very
say that
pleasant."
out loud?
Yeah.
And he muttered it to himself under his breath. "Oh, now you know how I feel."
And then in your mind, you hear, "She is pleasant, though not as pleasant as I must be to you."
Oh no, you are very, very pleasant. You are as pleasant as a morning sun. With a smirk.
Yeah. There's suddenly an image in your head of a dream Orit had many, many years ago of standing up in front of his tribe and suddenly realizing he wasn't wearing pants.
Oh no!
I wish it was just a giant middle finger, and that was all.
He flinches yeah, stop it.
So Shu, he just Orit's talking to himself, and then just no, stop it. You guys head out. And as you head out from the Emerald Enclave, what's your next? Where's next on your shopping list?
Anybody know any good shoes, please? I want to get some. Gotta get some frickin' Crocs up in her.
How about some gloves? Maybe the Grey Hands will have some gloves. Oh.
Nothing found.
Should we just go to the cops? Should we go to the cops?
We should probably go to the cops.
We'll go to the cops. GM, we're going to the cops.
The cops. Gotcha.
Ah, shit. The cops.
Oh, now.
Oh, I'm sure they'll love.
Why are we going to the cops?
I don't know. We're getting arrested.
Force Grey has requested your presence. I should also point out, I don't know if you Dolma, you would know this. Force Grey, the Black Staff of the Force Grey, is at the Mage Academy up here. I don't know if you still have the map up.
I don't. Hang on. Let me. I can do this. Yeah, I did it. Okay, up here. Cool.
Next to it is House Fortive, which is the city jail.
Oh, how interesting! Thank you for telling me that, Squee.
Sweet.
I mean, you would know. Your character's
Time
interested.
for a family reunion, dude.
Nope.
All right, so we're gonna bust them out of jail, and then we're.
Oh my god.
I mean, to be fair, if anyone's going to know where Floma came from, it would be the mom.
Hey, Mom, did I eat my twin in the womb?
Do you remember having a son that I ate?
How would she know?
They don't have ultrasounds.
They have magic ultrasounds, I'm sure.
I was thinking more along the lines of birthing 2 kids, and then they're like, "Oh, I've seen double. We don't need double." Throws one overboard.
Oh my god!
Jesus Christ!
Yeet savage.
Yeet. Right.
Oh my god.
You guys begin making your way past the Temple of the Gods, past the Clock Tower, up to the sparkling fountain with the statue of the old Lich King Theoden.
Of the butt.
Of the butt.
Of the shiny butt.
And past the palace, and walk past House Fortive, which is the town jail.
Ty looks poignantly at Dolma. Nothing? Okay.
I'm legit gonna roll a perception to see if she spots you, like, making the eyes, because
Making eyes.
just making eyes. Because she's like, oh no, she sees.
Wait, does she know that your mom is in jail? Did I think about it?
No,
Yeah.
she would know.
Yeah, Dolma told Ty what happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I roll to see if I notice Tyburn giving Dolma a look?
Yes, by all means.
Is that perception? Okay.
Perception.
Just out of curiosity.
Ace.
No,
Nah,
Oh!
no,
Aw.
you're
Ty's still
wandering.
thinking about cats.
Yeah.
Good.
So, I mean, those cats were really
They're
soft.
very cute.
And you make your
Okay.
way to the Mage Tower, or do you? I should ask first. Do you just pass by the jail?
Hang on.
Ty's not gonna
like
forcefully
quickly
stop
to
you.
just like blitz the dungeon and like take out a few guards or something.
No.
No. Yeah. Dolma just kind of like glances at her and just the teeny tiniest shake of her head.
Ty will give you a sad shrug and keep walking.
All right. You continue walking past the jail to the Mage Academy. And as you walk up to the tower, there are these 2 large double doors that are shut with a giant brass knocker on it.
That's a nice knocker.
As Shu looks around a little
I realized
bit,
that after I said it.
she walks up, knocks on the knocker.
There is a moment of silence, and then the door creaks open, and this young human male. Actually, no. I'm sorry. Wouldn't be a young human male. Give me one moment. One little moment here.
Apparitions.
It was a beholder. It's coming to get you.
Oh.
Oh, is it not? Is it over here? It is. Okay. The door opens and you see a young gnome with dark brown hair in wizard robes, carrying books in her arms. I'd like who you knocked, right?
I did.
I'd like you to roll me a perception check, please.
Okay.
All right. Anyone else who can see her can also roll a perception check. I should say it's not just it's not like a shoe's blocking everyone's vision.
Who can see her?
Well, I guess most of you would be able to, unless you're actively not there. Arthur and Dolma. This gnome looks familiar. Cat eyes. This gnome looks familiar. The shape of the face and the eyes remind you of Spirit. And
That's
she goes,
racist.
She goes, yes, what? Yes, how can I help you?
We were called. Where should we go?
Called? Called? By who? Who called you? I didn't call you. Who called you?
Is this the paper people?
The paper people?
No,
No, that was the hard part.
Character.
This was the message directly into your brain.
Oh.
This is the Grey Hands message in your mind.
Grey Hands, they sent a mental message to come immediately.
Oh, Grey Hands. Yes. You'll want to be speaking to the Black Staff. Come in. And she kind of puts the books down and brushes herself off. My name's Blinbit. Pleasure to meet you and all that. Come on. Don't stand in the door.
Okay.
She goes.
Mm-hmm.
Arthur goes in.
Do all of you come in?
Yeah.
She'll
What
close
if
the door.
I said no?
She'll close the door in your face.
I'm going to stand out here and protest. No.
There you go.
I'm protesting free cats.
Nice.
And as she closes the door, she starts leading you up these stairs. Yes, the Black Staff is up this way. She probably sent the message to you. She does that on a regular basis. I do hope for your sake, though, that she actually called you, because if she didn't and you're saying she did, she's going to be quite upset with you. And trust me when I tell you, you do not want her upset.
What did you do?
Me? Nothing. I did nothing. I did nothing at all today. I've just been studying.
So you've never done anything to call this wrath you warn us about?
Of course I've done something. I've done lots of things. Just not today.
Important distinction.
Oh, so she'll probably be in a good mood then.
For the first time, the very fast-talking gnome hesitates. We can hope. And then just starts walking
Oh
up the stairs.
boy!
Mood.
Wow.
Well, now that I'm
Ooh.
filled with such confidence. Oh boy.
Also, Arthur's not going to mention anything about Spirit, just saying.
Gotcha.
Bah.
Very different
not in-
personality, if nothing else.
Yeah, he's
We
just
don't
going to
need
store
soap
that.
opera stuff
Yeah,
right now.
He's going to store that knowledge nugget in the back of his head.
Gotcha. Give me 1 second, everyone. I'm reading over something. Okay. Do they have? Oh, they do. Very nice. All right. You are led up the stairs, winding stairs up towards the top of the tower, and the whole time, Blinbit keeps speaking. The Black Staff is very busy, so try and keep your business with her short, and talk to her directly. She doesn't like it when people talk in circles. Just be direct, be polite, or be blunt, but at least be direct. And
I am very good at blunt.
she continues, and at the very end, you come to these very ornate blue and gold doors, and she goes, "Well, there you go. I'm sure you'll be fine. Just knock on the door. She'll answer. Do you need me for anything? I have very much to do."
Not that we know of. Thank you.
Excellent. Well, bye. And then just starts walking back down the stairs.
Sure, if we need you, you'll hear us scream in agony.
So
She gone?
she's gone.
Yeah, apparently she's just gone. No reaction
She
to that.
gone.
Okay.
Alright. A rat-a-tat-tat on the door.
Come in.
Open door.
You see a large study with a desk at the back and books everywhere. And sitting at the desk is a young-looking human woman, dark skin, dark hair, carrying a black staff with an eagle's head on top and a large beak. She looks up. "Oh, yes. Good, you. Please, you and your friends, come in. I wanted to speak with you. Thank you for coming so quickly."
I file in.
Yep, same.
Yeah.
See.
What if I said no?
Are there enough chairs or stuff?
Yes, there are plenty of chairs.
Okay.
You all sit down, and she'll stand up and make her way around the desk and kind of sit on the desk so that she's on the same side with all of you. And, kind of just like lean, half sit against it. And she goes, well, first, let me congratulate you all on becoming hunters, though there are many hunters after yesterday. Again, thank you for coming to my call. I know a little bit about you, some of you, and I think we could use your help, and I think you could probably use ours. I'm sorry, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Vadra Safar. I'm the Black Staff of this academy and leader of the Grey Hands and Force Grey. And she goes, I know some of you, though not by name. May I have the pleasure?
Well, you already know who I am. Ashu.
Yes, I am. I have... and she kind of grins. I'm a bit ashamed to say it, but I have several reports of your visits here. You have been nothing but the most upstanding of citizens, but many of my guards can sometimes be overzealous and make reports all the same. Rest assured that, as far as I can, you will not be harassed by my guards.
Well, that was what was said to me a few times ago, but I'm sure maybe the tone will shift a little bit after this meeting.
Perhaps, indeed. And she'll look, who's ever next, I guess Arthur, sitting next to a shoe. And you, sir?
My full name is hard to pronounce for you, but...
Yes, you're Kip's brother. I am aware. Arthur, was it?
Yes.
Right, sorry, I, so much on my mind, but, I spoke with Kip very briefly. He speaks very fondly of you.
Havan?
Fond of you.
Oh.
She says, like, more slowly.
I mean, to be fair, I heard the same thing Burn did the first time.
Yeah, because I said what Burn said.
Yeah.
We're just going to play it off, though, as a language berry.
Yep.
She'll look to Orit and Kai. I am unfamiliar with your names.
You can call me Kai. Oh, and this is Orit.
Kai, Orit, well met. And she'll then look to Ty and Dolma.
The two hiding in the back.
The two most likely to be criminals.
Fine. Dolma, as if like snapping out of something, just kind of, Dolma.
Pleasure to meet you. I am aware of you, but we did not have your name. I am very up to date on the incidents of last night. Your mother made quite a show.
Her jaw flexes.
Ty just kind of puts a hand on your shoulder and she's like...
She kind of like leans back a little more. Kind of sad I missed it. Always thought opera was too boring myself. That might have livened it up a bit.
It was quite an excellent performance before. She blatantly does not look at Arthur. It's really a pity that we didn't get to see the full second act.
If you say so. But I'm glad you're here. You, most of all, might be able to benefit from our aid. I won't dance around things. I am very busy, as I'm sure you are, and I prefer straight talk. Our guard are stretched thin these days. There are almost what you might call battles or wars in the streets between the different gangs. Xanathar is not making things easy either, and with all the hunters in town, as many of them causing trouble as helping, you can see that we would be tasked very heavily. In times like this, we seek extraordinary individuals to be, I suppose you could say, honorary members of the Grey Hands. And perhaps, in time, a member of Force Grey. And anyone who wants or thinks that they might know, you can roll a knowledge check, knowledge history on what Force Grey is.
Can I do that as a criminal?
Yeah.
What was it? It was history, right?
History, yeah. And yes, I am aware Ty didn't actually have to say her name. Fajara got a little distracted.
Well on.
Yeah.
Anyone else who wants to...
I'm just gonna go ahead and say that Arthur has no fucking idea.
Sure, that's realistic, I think.
Do I get advantage on this? Or...
Yes, you do, sir, because of your book.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Dolma and Kai. All right. Orit, I'm not sorry. Tyburn and Ashu. Tyburn and Ashu, you're aware. Force Grey is a kind of like a special forces unit. They are a collection of very powerful members of society. They are not technically guards. They are more free roam, I guess you could say. But in times of great need, Force Grey comes to the city's aid to deal with very dangerous threats. They are given a lot of power, a lot of freedom, and have a lot of responsibility placed on them in return when this town is in danger. It is sometimes seen as a curse to use Force Grey because they are powerful people that tend to leave as much damage as they save. So they're like a SWAT team that is not concerned with collateral damage.
So don't want to be on the wrong side.
So they're player characters.
Yes, they are player characters.
Oh God!
I was drinking piff.
My God, that's the best description I've ever heard for
that. Is absolutely the best description. Jesus.
Holy shit.
Oh
we have to face off on the most destructive force on the face of the planet ourselves.
And she says, so I'll get straight to it. I need help. There's a young bronze dragon that's taken up residence in the Deepwater Harbor down below. It's startled quite a few sailors, but it hasn't hurt anyone. I need someone to go down there and talk to them, learn their intentions, figure out what they're doing there, and, well, report back to me. If you can help with that, then we can help you. And trust me, having Force Grey on your side is very helpful. She looks directly at Dolma, especially given how much influence we have over people imprisoned.
Well, normally I wouldn't be too good at this kind of thing, but I know Draconic. It's my main language. So I could do stuff if...
Yes, being a dragon, I would assume that you could. One of the reasons why I contacted your group.
Why haven't you sent Kip?
Kip is not only the personal bodyguard to Lady Celine and very busy, but he's also not exactly... He's not exactly the first I would send for sensitive diplomatic situations.
Ha! But I am.
Yeah, that picture Glass posted of the dude from the office going, that is my reaction right now.
She looks at Arthur and goes, you can speak to a dragon better than most, and if I may say so, and she looks at Ashu, from everything I've read in all the reports, you have a good head on your shoulders. I need help, and I think you can help. And quite honestly, I think I can help you. It would be very beneficial to be on the right side of the guards, and I can look into seeing what I can do to get your mother released.
The whole group slowly turn. No.
Arthur slowly turns.
Some
to
of them
Dolma.
would, because this would be the first time some of you are hearing this.
Kai looks at Arthur.
Sorry, repeat the last bit because
she said it can be beneficial to be on the right side of the guards, and then looks at Dolma and says, "And I can see what I can do about getting your mother released."
Jesus,
your mom's in jail?
Dolma, like, at this point, like, her jaw has just been working, and then at that, her eyes just roll back and flutter as she's just like, oh, God, give me strength. Like, internally, and then goes, if we could keep any familial anything between you and I, it would be one. Not the entire city needs to know.
She nods. Of course. Discretion is understandable.
She gives her a very strange smile.
And she nods. If you can help me out with this, find out what the dragon's doing there and what it wants, I will be very grateful. And I am a good person to be grateful to be grateful to you. I do not mean, and I hope I do not come off sounding harsh, I just am simply a very direct person. I've never understood the advantages of talking around an issue.
Some people like to sound smarter than they are.
She nods. I can see that. Get to the point. It's my motto. And that's my point. I need your help, and I think you could use mine. What do you say?
We can talk to a dragon.
I can talk to a dragon.
Yeah, he can.
We gotta get you down there. Is it underwater?
Well, it rises up, but bronze dragons can be at home as much in the water as out. From what I understand, most dragons could if they choose. I mean, they must breathe. And she looks at Arthur. I mean, I assume they have to breathe, but your kind can hold their breath for a normally long time.
Oh yeah, Dad used to dive a lot, hunting for whales back in the day.
Keen Stormsire?
Yeah.
I have heard of his... Well, everyone's heard. Your father is a savior. You should be very proud.
I am.
She nods. So, what say you?
Sure, we can look into this. Right?
Don't see why not.
Kai will nod.
Shrug. Like, yeah.
Give me a second. Nope. No additional things for our shoe.
Gotcha. Yeah, Shu and I are focused on cats still.
Oh, wow. All right. Dolma, what are you trying to gauge?
Like, I understand that she's just trying, like, she says that she's just trying to be, like, blunt and, like, honest, but at this point, Dolma is so fucking worked up and so paranoid. She's looking like, is this bitch trying to blackmail me? Like, what the fuck is going on?
She is remarkably easy to read, as she does seem to be very blunt and upfront. She seems to be offering an exchange of services, and she is simply cut out all tact and fluff.
Straight to the point.
Mm-hmm.
God, I really hope she doesn't have any conversations with Golden. Oh, God. So Dolma watches her, kind of narrows her eyes for a moment, and then, like, with kind of a less mean, but kind of a harsh smile goes, I'm half tempted to ask you to leave her there, but certainly we can look into your dragon.
I have a mother myself. I can understand that. If you like, as a sign of good faith, I can write you a slip to visit her.
She pauses and then nods slowly.
Yeah, Ty's giving you a pointed look of just, yes, do this.
She will walk back around the desk and start scribbling something with a pen, and then roll it up and pour some wax on it, and then press it with a signet ring that she wears. Give this to the guards at the front of House Fortive. You and your friends will be granted access for visitation purposes. Well, if that is all, I am extremely busy, but I wish you all the best, and thank you. I truly do mean that. My brash nature sometimes can make that hard to discern, but thank you. Please see yourselves out.
Dolma takes the letters, stuffs it in her bag, and walks out.
Yeah.
Actually, no, she's going to pause at the door and wait for everyone else to get out.
I leave.
Cat, better straighten up against your legs now.
I leave too.
All right.
Kind of muttering, "Hey, we get to meet Dolma's mom."
No, the fuck you don't.
It's very bold. Ty is gonna kind of hang back and is looking at Dolma like, "What's up, mate?"
She'll nod her head towards the door, just like, "I'll catch up with you in a moment."
Suspicious look, keeps looking at you, starts backing out of the door.
Dolma, makes a little shooing motion.
No.
She will go over to, oh fuck, what's her name? Shit. I just had it up. God, whatever. She'll go over to the lady. Fucking, it's late. And using message will say, I would really prefer to keep this as private as possible. As you can imagine, she's already made more than her fair share of public attention.
She will look back at you and message right back. That is understandable. I cannot immediately... Well, she must serve her time for the crime committed, but I will do what I can if you help me in this to suppress the story. And she kind of shrugs and then says aloud, but you must allow me to be blunt. Your mother's not making that easy, and there's only so much anyone, even Lady Celine herself, could do.
Dolma shakes her head and goes, just immediately goes, oh no, I don't actually think shortening her sentence will do any good. In fact, I'm certain she's dead set on staying for a very long visit.
Well, perhaps you can at least calm her down. From what I hear, she's been yelling back and forth with one of the inmates there.
Oh! Hang on, let me just... What? Oh, honey. Let me just do something. Oh, God. Okay, cool. All of my characters are just failing their will saves. This is awesome. Oh, God. She pales a little bit and goes, how far apart are they?
I have not been there myself. I don't know.
You should maybe ask them to be sent to separate ends. And then she's just going to turn and walk out.
Okay.
Oh, both parents are there.
So, you guys are find your own way back down the stairs. I should also point out that you're in the Mage Academy Tower. So as you pass rooms, you see people studying or casting spells or trying to cast spells. And you'll pass one room and it'll just be nothing but like a massive red smoke and people coughing and going, You're supposed to. Why? You know, like that kind of thing. Like some flustered mage teacher. You make your way back out of the academy. Where to, my brave adventurers?
Oh no, she doesn't want the rest of the party to meet her mom. Oh god, hang on. I need to make a decision real quick.
I understand. It's a tough position to be in.
This is why I'm putting you in it.
What?
Oh,
Me? Nonsense. This is the circumstances that I have created.
Oh my god.
The circle of life.
Dolma
Your mom did it to
as
herself.
Oh god, Dolma as they're walking out of the mage tower is going to start heading towards the fort of
You can just say the jail. Yeah.
the jail, the House of Fort. But yeah, and as soon as she realizes that everyone's probably following her, I'm guessing.
We kind
I
of
mean,
have a follow
Ty
the leader
definitely is.
mentality.
Oh,
Yeah.
Arthur definitely is. I mean,
Oh god,
hey,
like as
listen, hold on. He has the opportunity to meet somebody else's family. He's going to try and take that, unless she says, hey, don't come. And then he'll be kind of sad and go back to the inn and go back to reading.
Oh my god. Yeah, she pretty much like about faces and just stops dead in her tracks and goes, this is a personal matter. And no offense, but I would really prefer you not be here for this conversation. And she's just looking at everyone but Ty.
Oh.
Very well.
Okay.
Where
Is there a
should we
place you
meet
want to
at?
meet? Yeah.
She pauses and just shrugs at the mundane inn, unless you have somewhere else that you think we should go.
Can always wait for the dragon to surface.
Yeah, I was thinking it might be best to go immediately to the docks, not only to see if the dragon pokes its head out, but also to maybe scope out the situation with the Kenku getting recruited.
Isn't
Also-
the docks also where the necromancer is hanging
Yeah,
out?
that's
or
just
some
what
shit?
Ty was gonna say in character.
Yep.
Yeah, it's seems to be a hot spot.
It is kind of a hot spot, but one at a time.
Yeah, Dolma will nod then. Alright, then we'll meet you there.
Sorry, Criana had a brain fart. What?
Mhm.
So are we? So Dolma's going into jail.
Yes.
We're splitting the party.
Okay, and everyone
Splitting the
else
party
is...
because Dolma's a bitch.
That's fair. Where are we headed then? As
To the docks.
Okay, cool. Sorry. Okay,
No,
go.
you're fine. So what I'll do first is, as you guys are heading to the docks, I'll deal with Dolma and Ty.
Okay, yeah. So first of all, Ty's just gonna kind of look at Dolma afterwards, and she's kind of pointing at her, pointing at the group, and she's like, "Where do you want me to go?" Is kind of her hand symbols.
Dolma is quiet for a moment, and then she nods her head, kind of from Ty to the jail, just like with me, but without saying it.
Yeah, Ty will follow you then.
All
As
right.
if there was any question.
I mean,
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, guys. As you do that, give me a second. I gotta drag Criana to the sneaky room.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, the sneaky.
Gosh, shit.
Then the cats leap from the bushes, allowing us to pet them more.
Oh, cats.
The worst fate.
You know, I am fine with being buttered up with cats, you know? Like, if the druids really want to recruit us, I'm glad they're recruiting us with cats.
How's it
I
going?
also...
Reacted to a whisper I said to her.
This is fine. Oh my god.
Hey, were you aware you were going to be one of the first characters to have backstory plots?
Oh my god. Oh, secret rolling.
Yeah.
There is a secret rolling.
Oh.
There's no secret rolling.
I don't like it.
I can't. I'm just waiting for like 20 of them to be like dumped out there at the same time. Like, oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Are we at 3? We're at 3 now.
Oh boy.
Quick succession too. It's pretty neat.
Do you actually want 20 die?
I mean, you can do 20 die. You can actually do 50 if I remember correctly.
I found 20 d20s. I found a quick for that.
We probably don't want to do that while they're secret rolling.
Yeah, I
don't
know.
want to disrupt that.
That's why I'm like, should I go through with this joke? No.
No, but
I wonder
it
if
is
I
funny.
can secret roll to myself and make more shadow dice.
I don't even know how to secret roll.
I think it's secret roll is between the GM and the player, and it's like, you know that castle that's in the bottom right corner?
Yeah, if you drag the dice to that castle, then it goes directly to the DM. Nobody else sees it.
Oh my gosh, that's what it's for.
Oh my god, I can breathe.
No one said you could breathe.
Ah,
Criana,
shit.
Criana, did you eat the cookies?
I did. I don't feel good.
Criana, no.
Actually, I could go for some cookies. Maybe I might go get some.
How are your rolls, eh?
I don't know. All I see is a bracket and then D20 and then Squee giggling, so.
Oh, the stinger for you too!
It was very interesting to watch 3 shadow die appear before us.
So, do you guys not? How does that die look to you? I'm curious.
It
Just
is
a shadow
just a little
It's just a
shadow.
That's
so
cool.
Do you see the little tower symbol, or is that just me? There's just
everyone can see the tower symbol. So yeah, whenever you need to roll in secret, you can just roll it into that little tower die.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Not that that's what happened at all.
What was that?
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm clicking on it.
Oh no.
Everybody's all robotic.
Oh, jeez.
Robo.
Alright, I'm gonna try and reconnect. Constantly connecting.
The jail.
Okay.
All right,
I am
you
back.
got everyone. Okay, hi.
All
right, so-
Stream is back.
Okay, perfect, nice, good. All right, so Dolma, Ty, you guys make your way towards the jail. You go to the front gate. One of the guards asks to see the pass that you have. You give it to them. They break the seal. They nod and let you in, and you're escorted with guards. And there's guards all around you. I mean, this place is packed with guards left and right.
It's a jail.
It's a jail. And as you pass the front room, you see a young human, the lead actor from the opera the other day. Please, if you could just let me see her, just for a moment.
No.
I must see her. And the guard's like, sir, without a pass, you cannot see her. And as you're walking through, you hear.
No.
Familiar.
Yeah, no. As she sees him, like as she's walking past him, she just says she's married, and walks along.
you see his eyes like widen, and like he's just trying to register what you said.
Yeah,
and,
no, she's nipping this shit in the bud.
As you walk past, you hear a very familiar voice ringing down the hall of a male elf. Try singing to her. She really likes that. Oh, really? Really? You're going to give him advice right in front of me? Oh, I'm sorry. Were you concerned about doing things in public? Like, I don't know, kissing him in front of everyone?
So, Dolma's gonna pause, and she's going to put a hand on Ty, and it's like a mix between like getting Ty to stop and also steadying herself, like physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and just like closing. And it's like it's the exact same experience as like when she was about to introduce Ty to her mother, just like, you're about to meet my father.
Oh, wait. Oh.
And she's going to go in closer to her. Just don't say anything. Okay?
During this conversation, or about in the future, about what this conversation is?
Yes.
So both.
You can talk to them, just don't. I'll explain later, okay?
Okay, you're saying a lot of later things right now.
And all of this she says in message. I probably should have specified this because she doesn't want anyone to fucking hear this.
That's
okay.
Fair enough, though, Ty, you would be talking back.
No, she wouldn't, because when you use message, the person can talk back.
Can they?
Isn't that what we're using with the necromancers?
No, that's sending. You point your finger towards a character
right.
a creature. The target, only the target when you cast it. But yeah, can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
Well, perfect. Okay, so you're having this quiet conversation.
Mm-hmm.
We're just staring intently at each other.
1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, give me like 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
Okay, I guess.
The cats swarm the party.
Oh, fuck!
Man, meeting the parents is always so awkward when you know you're like dating someone. It's always, you know.
Especially when the parents are in prison.
Yeah, you know, like
it's really
you're trying to like
for
have
crimes.
a conversation at the dinner table, but it's like the lunchroom table at the prison, and you know, it's just they ask so many awkward questions.
Like, did you bring a file?
Did I eat my brother? Those kinds of questions.
Yeah.
Why did you eat your brother in my womb?
Why did you eat my brother? Your brother, who is my brother but son?
Criana, are you okay?
Criana's sleepy.
I'm sorry, Criana.
No, it's fine. As long as you guys don't mind me being a little bit quieter, because I'm like, ooh, that caffeine wore off very quickly.
Oh, I mean, that's good for you. Once we're done, you can pass out.
I sure hope so. Sometimes you never know. You sometimes I'll like hit the bed and then I'll be like, what is it gonna be like when I die? And then I'll be up for the next 4 hours contemplating my morality and mortality. There we go.
Probably convince Squee to end the session after this conversation.
I thought that was the plan.
That would be great.
Oh, is
what
it
do you mean leave early? We're already at the time we usually start ending.
Well, as in, like, Criana's not part of this conversation, so she might be able to...
Oh, dip?
Yeah.
I unfortunately can't dip.
No, you're not allowed to.
I think I might... If we're taking a little break, I think I might just go get... No, I shouldn't eat. I wanted to eat pretzels, but that'll wake me up.
Don't consume energy. It just causes energy.
Squee. Tackle him.
Cold water will kind of stimulate and lightly wake you.
On my face or in my mouth?
Both.
Actually, water sounds nice. I will go get a glass of water, BRB.
Right. I cannot believe Dolma doesn't want to talk about her in-prison parents or that she might have a ghost brother inside of her.
Wow, it's so weird.
Who doesn't want to just talk about their life to strangers?
I know, I do.
And the kind of like problematic ones too.
Problematic strangers, or
no, the other one, parents and the ghost brother.
Yeah.
Family affairs are rough, and
especially when they make you cry because they're learning that their love doesn't feel anything for them.
Oh my god.
Can't wait for that journal entry.
Oh, fucking Christ.
I really can't wait for that journal entry to see how Fulma reacts to our entire conversation about Fulma doesn't exist.
Why did Dolma fuck up my backpack? I had it just how I liked it.
she yelled at me, telling me that I wasn't related. Then I leapt onto the bed and cried to myself.
I gave her a bone flute and everything. Why doesn't Dolma like me?
I'm back.
Play wind instruments.
Hello.
Like
Hi,
only the
everyone.
bagpipes. That's literally it. Hi.
All right, so we have to end the session soon, but I want to get through this before we do.
Oh god.
I'm not quite sure if Criana's here.
I'm here. I got
Okay,
my water.
Good.
All right.
Good. All right, so you were having that conversation message, and while you're having that conversation, you hear, "Oh, is that how we're gonna be fine? Yeah, you know what? Why don't you try serenading me? I love music." And the arguing just continues, and the guards like look at you, and they look exhausted.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. So which is the closer? Like, is
They are
this just like
literally
a long hall of jails?
It's a long hall of jails, and it looks like they're right across the hall from each other.
She just like looks down the hall and then looks at the guards, just like, why the fuck did you put him across from me?
You see that like all the jail cells are full.
It's no fucking excuse. Shuffle people around. Oh my god. Yeah, so she walks down and she stops between their cells, and before either of them says anything, she holds up like both index fingers, just like, both of you, shut it now. The fact that I am having to be the adult right now is absolutely ridiculous.
Real quick, Ty, so that you know, you've seen her mother before. Across the hall, you see a very attractive, athletic, well, I say athletic, but thinly built, blonde-haired high elf with dark leather
fucking knew
clothes and a bright green jacket.
Ty is just looking between him and Dolma real fast. Your
mother just kind of grins at you, and your father goes, "Dolma, when did you get here?"
And she just points a finger at him, just like, every time,
I can explain. It wasn't my fault.
You get in trouble every time. Just... And she just, like, folds her arms and just fully faces towards him, just like, I would love an explanation. You know, one that doesn't involve booze.
Well, no, it didn't involve booze. Well, I mean, not really. Well, I mean, kind of.
With every well, her eyes just narrow more.
Ty, you see behind Dolma, her mother's almost mirroring her as she is also narrowing her eyes at Dolma's father. Well, see, I was in Averton, and I was performing, like I do, drawing a crowd, being a good time. And they offered me a lot of toasts, and they offered more toasts, and I sang more songs. And
I'm waiting for the explanation.
He kind of hesitates. So there's a certain spell that should only be used in self-defense at the greatest of times, but I may have used it to blow a hole in the wall of the tavern I was playing at.
Why?
That's a damn good question.
There was, he kind of hesitates, a spider. And your mom just cracks up laughing.
You cast enlarge on a spider?
God fucking damn it.
Point in fact, he cast a high-level magic missile on a spider and the wall next to it.
Those things don't even miss. He was aiming for the wall.
Oh my god.
More like they don't miss, but they also hit everything. So she just starts laughing and he goes, "It was big and poisonous, probably."
So Dolma unfolds her arms and leans forward, grips the bars of his cell, and face just like inches away from the bars goes, "You're telling me that you're in jail because you blew up a bar wall over a fucking spider?"
No, of course not. Not really. I'm in jail because the wall that I blew up because of the fucking spider happened to fly out into a noble's carriage and cut their face.
Oof.
So technically, I'm in jail for assaulting a noble of Averton. And he just kind of grins at you.
Jesus Christ.
She just, like, in that moment, her head just, like, dinks against the fucking bars. Just, like, all of the willpower is just drained out of her. And there's, like, just a sigh. And it's so tired. It's so tired. And finally, she just shakes her head and then looks back at her mother and then back at her father and goes, I don't even.
Wait.
Gods, and this is the last of my worries.
So you came here to get me out? No, I came to get you out. She came to watch an opera or something.
Oh my god.
So,
Father.
but look, I'm sorry. Wait. And he kind of looks around. Where's Fulma?
Oh, no.
Oh.
No.
Ty will speak up and be like, who are you referring to?
Yeah, Dolma. Just, oh my god, no, go ahead.
Hello. Hi, you must be Ty? I've heard about you.
You have, huh?
Well, good things. And he winks at Dolma.
Dolma's not looking at him. She's just like staring like the middle distance as her hands just shake, gripping the bar.
Well, in any case, where's your brother? You guys are usually joined at the hip.
I don't have a brother. Tad, what the fuck are you talking about?
Have you been drinking?
As if you have any right to question my drinking habits. I don't have a brother.
Dolma! I understand you're angry, but that is not an excuse to ignore your family or to pretend they don't exist. Of course you have a brother.
What the fuck are both of you talking? Since fucking when?
Dolma, your mother's face grows very serious, and she goes up to the bars. Dolma, where is my son?
Dolma is okay. Hang on, real quick. I need to see what level of composure she does not have. Okay, cool, awesome. This is great. So, just shaking, like her whole body is trembling. She turns to her mother. And there's just this mixture of anger and confusion as tears just start welling. I don't know what you're talking about. I am an only child. I have only ever been an only child. I don't have siblings, Mother. What the fuck are you talking about?
If they're always joined at the hip, then why the fuck do I not know who they're talking about either? I am always here.
She looks at you, Ty. What do you mean? I took all three of you here to Averton.
You took me, Ty, and Hewlett.
And your brother. What happened to you? Where is he?
She just shakes her head and just starts like wiping at her face, still shaking. Stop it. Just stop fucking with me. I'm done with this bullshit. I'm done with these jokes. It's not funny.
Dolma, we're not joking with you. Look at me. Look at me. Dolma, look at me. And your father looks very serious.
Yeah, she whips around and the anger is just slowly starting to crumble. What is happening?
I don't know. Falma is your twin. Your mother carried you both. You were born just a few minutes before him. You grew up together. You did everything together. Do you not remember any of it? His desire to become a cleric, to heal things. Dolma, are you saying you remember none of it?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't understand what's happening. It was me and Ty that got off that fucking ship. There was no one else. He wasn't the one who healed Hewlett or tried to. He wasn't the one who... She looks over at Ty and then just shakes her head. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
I've never heard this name before this morning.
Dolma, listen to me very carefully. I carried 2 children for 9 months. I helped raise both of you, and I love you more than life itself. Find your brother and make sure he's okay, or I swear to God I will tear my way out of here and anyone in front of it.
Oh my God.
And your father turns around and goes, "That's not helping, Dolma. There's lots of magic in this world. Maybe you were affected."
She just shakes her head continually. No, that's not... You don't forget having a fucking twin, Dad. You don't... That's...
Since when do people forget their siblings?
There are many powerful magics in this world, but I don't know why someone would be targeting my daughter.
She freezes and looks between her parents and then back at Ty and goes, "If this is from Norith, I swear to God, I'll rip her throat out." And she just starts stalking back out of the castle. I don't know if they want to try and stop her, say something, like, go for it, but if not, she's going out.
Yeah, so, like, your mother starts to go, "Dolma!" And you hear a very sharp, forceful, from your father, "No! Stop it. That's not going to help. Dolma, figure this out. We believe in you."
Doesn't say anything. Oh God, she's just shaking and crying and running out. Like, it starts as a fast walk, and then by the time he says that, she's just bolting down the hall.
Ty is just gonna look between everyone, just be like, look at her parents, be like, "Nice to meet you, I guess," and then just run after Dolma.
Okay. We're going to stop the session there, but I do want to point out, as the rest of you make your way towards the harbor, you notice, after a few minutes of walking, or you'd probably be the first to notice, Kai's not there.
God damn it! I called it! I called it, Elora!
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, this is fine! This is great! God damn it! Okay, cool. That was a great session. Thank you for traumatizing my child.
Yeah, well, it's what I do. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching us. If you enjoy it, we'll be here every Thursday at 8:30 Central Time. Except for, yeah, I won't be here on the 25th or the 1st. Or, no, wait, 24th or the 31st. No, I will be on the 24th. I will be here on the 24th. I will not be here on Halloween.
Okay.
So,
well done.
But, yes, I'm smart. Everyone, thanks for coming. Join us next time as we unravel this strange mystery.
Yeah.
Or Dolma's mind. One of the two. Or Dolma's mind.
Bye.
Oh, yeah, bye.
Bye.